No doubt, it's on. All right, are you having a good time so far? I'll leave a fools like heroin in your nose. I'll leave a fools like heroin in your nose. I'll leave a fools like heroin in your nose. I'll leave a fools like heroin in your nose. Never underestimate the real life. The gun-slinging fat man, the same type of fuck. Who that? I let blood stain in every spot that I rock. I'm representing Jersey, spitting rhymes like a Glock. Into the Cape Fear where MCs be shell-shocked. I got the stash in my dash with the stock and the ooh-wah. Who the fun abuser? Who the stupid hooker user? The pimp with the blow counting bank in the Land Cruiser. I get a charge from the sound of the bus. I was made to crush. I'm wetting rappers till they rust. Plus, my regiment is elite. Mega deep, 20 steep, we creep in a 5-car fleet. That's how I'm bouncing for the 9/5, son. We don't promote no masquerade, cause we was players from day one. We start trends, we make hits. KF and Larry O be on some real live shit. I'll leave a fools like heroin in your nose. KF and Larry O be on some real live shit. I'll leave a fools like heroin in your nose. KF and Larry O be on some real live shit. I'll leave a fools like heroin in your nose. KF and Larry O be on some real live shit. I'll leave a fools like heroin in your nose. KF and Larry O be on some real live shit. Smoke tinted windows cause I'm moving with heat. I got a mean ass broad in my shotgun seat. You could get bumped any day of the week. That nigga Larry O be making rappers retreat. You know in life I fail. Jake is on my tail. I blew up your block, I left the haze like black hell. I use an M16 to blast clowns off the planet in cold blood. My heart is made of granite. My counterpart, the K to the death. Yeah. Wicked beat, make a mass murderer with his left. We got the whole game locked. So, freaks on hold like a pimp on his stroll. I'm busting caps at the sugar-coated rap, yo. This is a lyrical terrorist manifesto. Sipping the Remy, getting lit. I'm hit. Ignite a fat spliff. I'm on some real live shit. I leave a fools like heroin in your nose. I leave a fools like heroin in your nose. I leave a fools like heroin in your nose. I leave a fools like heroin in your nose. Back once more for my niggas with the encore. One last verse to blow the spot, then I burst. I'm about the scene cause I'm on some low shit. Bank rolling niggas on that ghetto pro shit. Damn, I hate to settle for less. True that, I wanna live mega fat. Push a Benz like a diplomat. Automatic text. Lazarus around my neck. Engineering shit with Corleone respect. The international world class Don came to reign on hip hop. I can't be stopped. I shoot the breeze with expertise. The mic is like a toast, and when I rhyme, I squeeze. The criminologist kicking criminology. The way I'm shaking you is like a bank robbery. So yo, get on the floor and get face down. Take these slugs to your head so I can bust your fucking crown. That's what you get for playing slick. K-Dep and Larry O be on some real life shit. I leave a fools like heroin in your nose. I leave a fools like heroin in your nose. I leave a fools like heroin in your nose. I leave a fools like heroin in your nose. I leave a fools like heroin in your nose. I'll leave a fools like heroin in your nose. I'll leave a fools like heroin in your nose.
Hello. Hi, y'all. As you can see, it's me, Dame Frankie. I am sorry to say that we're not having ladies' night tonight due to the storm and the recovery and more storms. Would not be able to do ladies' night. I am here for the time being, assisting for Gangster Talk. Um, as you can see, we are talking about the topic will be the effects of negative propaganda. But I'm glad to see everybody who made it. Hassan Burton, of course. Desatavo, good to see you. Been a while. Brother Rob, good to see you too. Tonight I will have a guest with me. Um, uh, we'll have a little discussion while we wait for a true host, a regular host, um, Maximum Overdrive. Okay, his name is Obayana.
Yep, yep, yep. How you guys doing? How you doing?
All right. He's from our Discord. He's better known in Facebook, and him and Max was is going to be having this discussion. But for the time being, as you can see, this is some of our regulars: Hassan, Brother Rob, DeSantavo, Michaela, Lika. It's been a while. Okay, so I know y'all all heard about T'Challa. Uh, um, I cannot remember the name of the actor who played Black Panther. I'm sorry. I'm one of them bad people that if I don't know the name from the get, it's gonna whatever your character is, and that he died from colon cancer. So we were speculating. Wait a minute, he was diagnosed in
Chadwick
2000.
Boseman.
Oh, Chadwick Boseman. Thank you. That he was diagnosed in 2016. So when he was doing Black Panther, he had colon cancer. Didn't seem like he had it, and
Yeah,
then he was diagnosed at stage 3 when they discovered it. So we were speculating that while he was in Africa doing the shooting, maybe he was in better health while he was there. He was eating right, resting right, exercising, and we
right,
seen
right,
some later pictures. Like, wait a minute, he seemed sunken in a little bit, smaller than he was
right, right.
for the movie. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. It did seem like he shrunk a little bit for a while. Yeah, but
Yeah, yeah.
on the Black Panther movie, it didn't really seem like he was messed up or anything. He seemed all right.
And from what I understand, he done most of all of the stunts himself. Yeah, so
Yeah,
to to be that sick and do those stunts.
yeah.
Hmm.
Takes a lot
Yeah.
of determination. Uh,
Hmm.
he really wanted it. Really wanted to do it for us. So, you know, peace and love to him. Rest in peace. Uh,
Hmm.
you'll always be remembered.
Hmm.
He brought Black Panther to life, man. We gotta, as long as as well as Thurgood Marshall, James Brown, you know, a couple others.
Hmm. Yeah. Condolences to his family.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's been a lot of talk on him,
Right.
and on the movie, and speculation on what might be done with the sequels and stuff like that. But that is not quite as important to me. I know it was important to a lot of people. We got to see African tribe. We get to see black people. We
The
get to
different
see little.
languages.
Yes, I remember people being very excited about that. Uh, you know. I was one of the late watchers, and I was watching all the commentaries of it. You know, if it wasn't for the commentaries, I wouldn't have understood how big a deal it was. You know, because I grew up in where we weren't even certain if the movie we was watching, if that language was actually African language or just stuff they made up. So I grew up
Right,
with they just made up stuff about Africa and the languages and stuff.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. That's what they
Mhm.
do. That's what they do, and make up stuff, and as a way to make fun of you. Typical, white people stuff.
Yeah. Mhm. And yeah, and then there was what happened in your in a neck of the woods with the young guy who
Yeah,
got
yeah,
shot in the back.
the Jacob Blake shit. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Kenosha, man. Yeah, yeah. I'm from Wisconsin or whatever. I'm in Milwaukee, so I'm not that far, from where this shit went down or whatever. So yeah, I mean, the stuff that came out is saying, he had like a record for, sexual assault or whatever. But regardless, it was wrong for him to be, shot in the way that he was. It was totally uncalled for. So you know, shout out to his family. Hope everybody's doing all right and
Mhm.
stay strong in this dire situation. Because it is very sad what happened to him. They said that
Mhm.
he was he's paralyzed, so he most certainly didn't deserve that.
No, no, And then the blatant disregard not of just his life, the children that
Right,
was in the car.
right,
Bullets could have ricocheted. They could have been had moved to the front. Sometimes children move around in the cars. They might not have stayed in the back seat.
right.
Or if they ran out or moved towards their father, in any kind of way, they could have got hit.
Yeah.
Hmm.
If anybody was
Yeah.
in the passenger seat, they could have got hit. Like,
Hmm.
just
Yeah. So it goes to me. It goes to shows things ain't changing. They getting relaxed because we getting relaxed. They think, okay, things are calming down. It's soon gonna go back to normal. They're gonna forget about it, and then it happens again.
right,
And
right, right,
which uh, which um which is they not they just setting people off. It's just gonna be like, okay, it's not gonna end. We can't let it end because it's gonna keep going. Just when we think,
right.
because we got certain concessions, them statues coming down, the flag coming down, all these other little things we thinking, oh, okay, or that we have these other ethnicities suddenly protesting with us that, oh, things are changing and it's going to be better, and this happened again.
No,
we
I don't think
we
things
we
are gonna
quitting
be
too
better
soon.
until we make them better. You know,
Hmm. Hmm.
things ain't
Yeah.
gonna be better until we make them better. We can't rely on you can't you can't rely on your enslaver to be your liberator, and that's kind of the problem that we got. We sitting here waiting for somebody else to do the work that we're supposed to do. You have to free yourself. You can't wait for somebody to free you. It's counterproductive. You just
Yeah.
killing all your people, letting people die for no reason. You should be fighting. You want something, you fight for it. Isn't that how it goes?
Yeah. 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 But we seem to be a little scattered on what we're fighting for. Well, some of us are staying the course, and we're still not getting what we need, but we sticking to it. They still trying to get justice for the young lady that was shot in her house.
Breonna Taylor, yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
Breonna Taylor. They still fighting the signs. They using imaginative means of getting their point across.
Right,
Has
right.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. and they not letting it go. That's the thing. We can't let it go. We can't stop because it seems to look like things are going our way. hmm But it's not. They just trying to shut us up. Okay. You wanted the statues down, here it is. Now shut up. You wanted the flags taken down. Now here, shut up.
And it's
Okay,
like
you.
all these things have no substance. They're not doing anything to liberate you from your problem.
Mhm,
They're just false symbols. They don't mean anything because we still know what happened,
mhm,
but we're not changing anything. You can take down all the statues that you want. The bullshit still happened. So what are you gonna do about it besides take down some statues?
mhm,
What does that do? Pushing you in the direction of liberation. What does that do?
mhm.
Nothing.
Yeah, yeah. It, and it seemed to be they giving us what we want. Some of us wanted a black woman vice president, running mate. They gave us a woman of color. They gave us
Uh,
the Indian
barely,
woman who
barely.
but I've noticed she went from being a woman of color to black overnight. I was like, she's not black. But
She
hey,
ain't
it's
black.
gonna be some
She
that's
ain't
gonna
black.
argue with me. Shooks. Some of them are people I know. They're close to me. I just don't say nothing to them. I'll be like, she's not. She's not black. No, those of us that we know who we could talk to. Like, she's not black, right?
Right,
But
right, right,
you can't reason with everybody. So they
right.
giving us that supposedly. Actually they just
Yeah.
feeling the heat because the fire is being put to them. Wrong type of fire, not exactly but hey, that shows that that's what you got to do to politicians. There's something you want, you got to put their foot to the fire.
You know what I mean? And you gotta be the one funding the shit. You can't expect, like, black people can't expect shit to be done on white people's dollar. You know what I mean? Like the difference between civil rights, then and now, is back then we were funding it. We were funding our own people.
hmm
So the people were in our pockets. They were in other people's pockets. You know what I mean? You can't like have some black guy fighting for you, and it's some white dude, funding for him.
hmm
He's going to do what's in the white dude's interest because that's where his money's coming from.
hmm hmm
He has to make a living. He has to live just like you do.
yeah,
So you can't expect white people to pay for your liberation. Like you can't expect that. You can't
yeah.
expect nobody but you to fund your liberation. That's why all these groups don't mean anything because they're funded by white people. So if
hmm
you have these groups that are funded by white people, funded by your literal oppressor and enslaver, how are you moving forward when he has a hand in everything that happens in that group or organization?
yeah,
How does that work?
yeah, e- exactly. So we gotta kind of pretty much put our money where our mouth is. If you want this thing done, you gotta back it with money. You gotta if you just got a little money, then you combine a bunch of y'all with a little money, put it all together and make it big money. And then you gotta keep on top of them. You can't just, oh, okay, I funded them, I told them what I want and
Right,
then leave
right,
them to it. You got to watch every move they make because there's going to be somebody with bigger money that's going to try
right,
to
right.
hide them and stuff like that. So you got to
You
stay
gotta
on top of them. You got to show that, hey, if you're not going to do, we're gonna vote you out. We're gonna get rid of you and find somebody
right,
that will.
right.
And then we're gonna cut you off and we ain't having nothing to do with you. You're not invited to the picnics no more.
Exactly. It's madness. It's madness the way that that we think. Collectivism is what had us on top, and collectivism is what held us together. Collectivism is our strength because we already have the numbers. We're just divided.
hmm
If we all had a collective, a collectivist mindset, then you will understand how white people built their wealth. Because no matter how much they really didn't like each other, they had a collectivist mindset. They knew to pool all their resources together to get on top of you.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I mean? Whilst dividing you. You got to fight the division. You got to unite. You know what I mean? And show them how it's really done. You can't really do anything as these separate individuals are not going to just by themselves take down anything. We got to band together. We got to do exactly what they did to us to them, and that's pull together and you know what I mean, and divide and conquer the sections of white supremacy that we know about.
Mm-hmm. And if you say you divided, because wait a minute, we had MLK and the Nation of Islam. They had different approaches to the thing. But when it came to the white man manipulating them to talk bad about each other, in front of the white people, they was like, we just have a difference of agreement, but we support their right to handle
Believe
it
what
the
they
way they want to
believe.
handle it. Yeah. So they kept on point, even in the division.
Even through differences. That's what
Mm-hmm,
you're supposed to do. You
mm-hmm,
don't badmouth each other in front of the enemy. That shows weakness. That shows that
mm-hmm,
you aren't as strong, or you aren't as united as you should be. So that's what I say. Even though there were poor whites, rich whites, all these different whites, they knew that they had to band together to overtake you because we outnumbered them. So it was all about taking over your mind, whilst using all your resources that whether you got regularly or we know they didn't get them regularly, they stole them, but they pull all their resources together to overtake you. So no
mm-hmm,
matter what, they always have that common interest. They don't like you, so you got to have some common interest to fight back.
mm-hmm.
We can't all be coming at it for these different reasons and these different angles and these different. Oh yeah. And, we gotta find something to pinpoint and delve into, and then we move from section to section, divide and conquer.
Okay, sorry about that, y'all. I got bounced out for a second. Oh, okay. So, uh, okay, all right, yeah. So yeah, we got to find the common interest that unites us and put aside the differences. Just of course, you know, like, and when we're in front of the pink people,
Right.
when we're in front of people, we on point. We like, okay, I have a difference of approach to, but we have the same goal. Have a different approach, and I respect their right to handle it the way they handle it. All right. It's all right, y'all. Maximum Overdrive is here, and
Yo.
What's
we
up,
should.
everybody? Give me 1 second here.
All right.
Get my
Okay.
Grey Goose together.
Oh, shooks. Oh, yeah. I wanted to give me a daiquiri today.
What's going on, everybody? Shout out to the chat. What's up, bro? Rob, Bella, Hassan Burton, Storm People, Emmanuel Briggs. What up, Briggs? Sorry I'm late, y'all, but y'all know me, man. I be working, so y'all be getting that money. So I'm a little late. Shout out to my panel, Dane Franklin holding it down. My
Mm-hmm.
brother, Our young brother here, Obayana, joining us tonight.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Very intelligent brother, man. We're going to get into it now. Get ready to take us up another notch and get into this topic. Give me 1 second.
Okay. Yeah. So as I said, less about what makes us different and more about what makes us the same. Cut out all divisions. And we're gonna have to put our money where our mouth is. You know, we're going to have to look into people
Yeah,
that can do what we need done and back
keep it
them
up.
up.
What's going on? I ain't seen you in a while. Hey, what's up with y'all, man? Y'all not getting the notifications and whatnot? Uh, um, hey, yeah. So, dang, I listened to what you guys are saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the problem is black people are brainwashed. A lot of black people are brainwashed. All right, all this taking down statues. I'm with what Obiana said. It don't mean nothing. You can take them down all you want. The pain is still there. What they did is still there. Doesn't change anything. You got to start. You got to start increasing that number when it comes down to ownership. Like Dr. Claude Anderson said, right? We own
Mm-hmm.
1/2 of 1% of the wealth in this country. We got to start changing that number. Forget about these statues. These statues ain't doing shit. It's just symbols. Okay? You can think that you're free, but you're not. You're still behind enemy lines. The white man still owns everything. Yeah, you can knock down a few statues and shit, right? But you haven't changed pretty much anything. He still owns all of the fucking jobs. Still damn near owns all the goddamn property. Okay? He still controls your destiny financially. Okay? So you have until we start changing the number that really count. Okay, everything else is just a false sense of security. That's all it is. And hey, somebody hit a one if you can hear me in the chat. Am I coming through all right? All right, all right, all right. Dang, can you guys
Yeah.
hear me? Okay,
Yes, I
good,
can hear
good.
you.
Right. And so
Yeah,
black people
yeah,
got to
yeah.
get off this. And another thing too, right? Right now, black people got a self problem. When you hear about knowledge of self, right? But for some reason, knowledge of self doesn't translate to knowledge of other black people. Okay, we're not helping each other. We're not working with each other. We're still fighting each other. Every time I come on social media, I keep hearing negative things about black women. I keep hearing negative things about black men. We're getting our brains blown out here, and we got dudes up here worrying about um, hating a girl. And we got these phonies out here pretending that they're dating coaches. You guys know me. I hate pimps. I hate the pimp culture because I blame the pimp culture for the hatred, the overall hatred of black women. Okay, look at the propaganda that's going. Look at the propaganda that's on social media right now. Right, you got groups of black men who seem to be leading the charge with all of this biased info about black women. They got bad attitudes. They're masculine. 4 out of 5 black women are overweight. 40 years old. Their life is over, and it goes on and on. Yada 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 yada. Okay, so you look at the effects of that kind of propaganda that's taking a toll on black women on social media, right? And the reason why you know it's taking a toll because Cynthia G, shout out to Cynthia G, did that poll, right? And 67% of black women chose to stay under white supremacy. So that's telling you that the negative propaganda that's being spewed out by mostly black men has taken a toll on black women. I mean, to the point where they don't even trust being under the leadership of their own men. And you think niggas give a fuck about that? No. They're not embarrassed by that. They don't feel some kind of way about that. They get right back on social media and add fuel to the motherfucking fire. Don't give two shakes of a cat's ass that our women would rather be under the rule of a white man. And this is the harmful effects of the propaganda. I mean, these niggas took the mantle from white supremacy, and they're carrying it themselves. These niggas now want to be slave masters. They want to be slave masters. They want the black women to be the slaves. Hey, Auntie, how you doing on your 1 o'clock challenge? You know? So they want to be slave masters. And so look at the effects of what propaganda has done, right, to the mental of a lot of black women. Be on social media alone. We're not even talking about anywhere else. Let's just look at social media alone. Man, you know how crazy it sounds that your own women don't even want to be under, even if you had leadership, even if you had the ruling majority in this country, they don't want to be under your rule. That's crazy. I'll let Obiana back up. You know, that's crazy. And the fact that they don't have a problem, well, I don't know if they don't have a problem or not, but they'd rather go with this white devil than to trust us to lead them. Okay? And I blame the niggas for that. Obiana, dang, y'all want to jump in on that?
Okay. Well, yeah. Well, when you hear all this hatred of black women, and black women are to blame for everything. Okay, we know what it's like under the pink people. So compared to this, when your own is hating on you, you figure if your own is hating on you, it's gonna be a lot worse than what you already know, and you're more hurt, and then you less trustful. So of course, you know, and they making it sound like they're not gonna be satisfied until we are slaves,
Right, and you
and
know what?
forget that we were right there with them.
And Bella makes a good point. She said them not minding being under the assault line is propaganda itself. Yeah, it is. But this is where we're at, right? You're talking about 67% of black women. We can't ignore that. So that tells you that the propaganda has taken a toll. Whether whether we agree with it or not, like me, I want to be under a black rule. I'm not worried about niggas. Niggas don't scare me. I'm not worried about niggas. We're straight niggas out. I ain't worried about that. Okay? I want to be under a black rule. But can we sit here and honestly say, okay, men and women are different. Things affect us differently. When you're constantly beating on somebody with negativity, eventually, man, they're gonna, eventually they're gonna be like, you know what, fuck this shit. And it's not like we going around, well, not all of us, okay? Y'all know I love black women. This channel is about loving black women. Y'all already know that. Okay, we don't allow none of that shit to come over here. Okay? But when you got so many niggas, tooting that horn, and it's a lot of them. It's not 2 or 3 of them. It's hundreds of these niggas. Hundreds. I saw one the other day, man, in the fucking chat. There's like 900 niggas in there, man. Talking crazy about black women. You got 900 dudes getting together to talk bad about black women, not getting together, talking about putting some money together so we can do something, so we can build something. They're not talking about that. They're not talking about either, buying land in Africa, planning to get the fuck up out of here. They're not talking about anything worthwhile. They're talking about hating 900 niggas. 900. And they're talking about hating black women. Nothing productive. This is where we're at. That's why I made this thing the other day. What yesterday? Black people finished. Somebody finished. Either the black people finished or black men are finished. Because when you got 9 to 1,000 niggas sitting in the chat and giving a no good motherfucker up there that's leading the charge, super chats and shit, and not taking that money to do something else positive with it for us, or build something, or try to help us improve the wealth gap. Remember, 0.5% is what we own in this goddamn country, which is basically nothing. But we're not doing nothing to try to correct that. We'd rather sit in the goddamn chat and talk crazy about black women. That's why I asked, are we fucking finished? If that's where we're at, are we finished? Hello? Yeah. My bad, y'all. I didn't mean to go crazy. Y'all can jump in any time now.
Oh, well, you just stating, what we all was thinking and feeling.
Mr. Obiana, is he there?
Oh
Obiana,
yeah.
Yo, wait, yo.
jump in, bro.
Hey man, all I gotta say really, man, I personally don't see it, but like for anybody who is doing that, it's pretty counterproductive, and we shouldn't be spreading that type of, propaganda or, type of rumors or information about each other that way. So, I'm gonna just keep it at that. Anything we say about each other, especially in front of the enemy, should be positive.
That's
Even
what
if you
I'm
really
talking
don't like them. Even if you really don't like them, just be positive. When it comes to your own, be positive. That positivity circles around, everybody be positive. You be better for it.
Let me ask you this, man. When we talking about spreading out, right? Broadening out horizons. How you feel about black people getting together and starting to try to make a migration to Africa? Maybe look at
I
some
think it'd
things.
probably be the best thing.
Huh?
I think it'd probably be the best thing, I believe in what Marcus Garvey was trying to do, man. Go back to Africa. Go home. You shouldn't have to suffer. If you're gonna suffer, why suffer in a foreign land? Why suffer in a foreign land? Why suffer in a land that is not yours? Go home.
Well, some black people will say, well, this is our land. Our ancestors built it.
Yeah, we built it. That's true. And he's not wrong for saying that, that our ancestors built it, because, they most definitely did, But at the same time, who's in charge here? If you're not in charge here, then it's not yours. If you're not in control of your home, then it's not yours. If you're paying a mortgage to the bank, it is not your house. You understand? Anything that can be taken from you is not yours.
Well, a lot of these brothers believe that renting gives them a sense of ownership.
Yeah,
So they're renting.
Nothing more than a cent. Because you can say, well, yeah, I come here every day, and it's my name on it. So, but at the same time, the landlord can come in and kick you out whenever the hell you want to.
Right. And
especially if that landlord's a white man. If he's a white man, it's most definite.
So, when we're talking about propaganda, right?
Yep.
People have to understand, right? There's all kinds of ways to spew propaganda. You don't have to be on some goddamn bullhorn talking about yo hey. No, you could be on a live stream talking crazy and spewing propaganda. You see what I'm saying? Like for example, discouraging black people to do better for themselves or at least explore a better option. Okay? So
Yeah.
so so where are the better options for black people? Well, most black people will tell you that the better options aren't here in America. So we
Right.
may have to look abroad. We may have to go back to the continent. And
Yeah.
the more I'm starting to hear about the continent, the more I like what I'm hearing.
Listen, Africa is 5 times the size it is on the map.
Hmm.
Africa is big enough to fit every continent on it at least once.
Uh-huh.
That's how big Africa is. So there's so much room for you to live comfortably and not to be under, some white man. Even if
Hmm.
you have to be what they call, in the bush, it's better than this. Trust me.
And you know, when you
Anything is
say
better than
bush,
being somewhere where white people telling me what to do.
right, when you say bush, right,
Yep.
people probably think that, well, well, they live in mud huts. You understand what I'm
Oh
saying?
no. No,
You
no.
know, man, we had some fool on here one time eating chicken with some thick Coke, bottle glasses on, eating chicken and slobbering over himself, talking about, I don't want to go back to Africa. They live in mud huts. This
What?
is a grown ass black man saying this.
Oh yeah, that's the propaganda, goes back a long time. So, it was all types of stuff spread about Africans, you heard the stories when you were little, you
Right,
know?
right,
They
right.
swing, swinging around on trees, they live in mud huts and teepees and, they eat mud patties and all types of just stuff concerning dirt. Um, just ridiculous stuff because Africa is the most resource abundant place on this planet.
You
Everything you
know,
can think of, you can find there.
I used to hate Africans, right? I had a
Right,
problem with Africa. But when I
right,
started listening to my people
right,
who've been to Africa, who live over there, shout out to Lucy. Lucy was the one that actually changed my mind and got me really thinking about Africa, right? But
right,
me and her had a long conversation. And the more I hear about my brothers and sisters who've gone over there, who lived
yeah,
over there, right? The more
right,
I like it. Now I'm starting to wonder, what are we doing here? Why are we even
exactly.
staying? There's so much opportunity over there for us.
Yep,
And then you talking about the money, man, your money goes far over there.
yep. Save up and go.
Right. And I think it's like a lot of black people over here don't get a chance to hear that information, right? They hear the
Right,
negative propaganda a lot about Africa and they don't
right,
even go bother to look or whatever, right? But the
right,
opportunities over there, I've been checking them out, man. The opportunities over there is serious,
right.
you know.
Yeah, there's always something to do over there, man. Like their economy, is different. They're still pretty agriculturally, driven. Uh, like you can ask like Bella or Lucy, chickens and animals and all that shit. It's big money over there.
Right. And you know
Eggs,
what?
big money over there.
Chief
Like,
Disaster said, Chief Disaster said, but I'm a citizen of this country and probably would have a hard time obtaining a citizenship there. I don't know. I would have
it
to
depends
ask.
on the country.
Uh huh.
But you get this thing, called like the ECOWAS. It's like which allows you to like travel within, all the Western countries. So,
Uh huh.
you know, but you can ask Lucy or Bella more information about that.
Actually,
But
Bella's right there in
there
the
are
chat.
alternatives. Yeah.
Okay, Bella's right there in the chat. Hey, big sis. Hey, listen, if you
Yeah.
can, hey Bella, if you can, if you got time, you come up here. I want you to explain a few things. Because Chief Disaster said, Chef Disaster said, will it be hard to obtain a citizenship? I don't know about that. I got to ask either Bella or Lucy because they've been over there, and so. But when you look at what we're doing over here, right? Do we have anything to lose? It's not like anything over here to make things uh, 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 better for ourselves. You know, I mean, some of the things that
I don't
right.
see what's the difference.
I mean, we're not doing anything, and then the shit keeps going around in a vicious damn circle. All we doing is screwing each other over, sabotaging each other, stabbing each other in the back. We got men who hate their own women. I mean, shit is crazy. What do we have to lose by trying somewhere else to see
Right.
if there's some opportunity elsewhere other than here in this country?
Hmm.
Understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And so, and you know, propaganda. Okay, who's that? That is that my big sis? I can't see my.
Yes,
Yeah, I'm
that's Miss
here.
Penelope.
Hey, Belle, how you doing, Bella?
I'm doing good. What's up?
All right, right, right. Listen, you know, Chief Disaster. I mean, Chef Disaster had an interesting question, right, about citizenship. You know anything about that? You found one out.
Well, Lucy could probably give you a better rundown
Uh
than
huh.
I could, but I know most countries you got to be there for a while. First thing you get is your residency card, which says that you live there, you work there, you're there. And then you can apply for citizenship. But a lot of countries like Ghana got the right to abode, which means that you can go there, you might not be a citizen, you might not be a resident, but 9 times out of 10 they're not going to kick you out as long as you stay out of trouble. You're just there.
Right.
But pretty much go to the immigration office. Um, I do the paperwork, but like I told you, Lucy knows about this a little better than I do. Because if I'm not mistaken, I do believe she's already started the process
Uh-huh.
and stuff like that. But I do know that you got to get a residency first, and then you can apply for citizenship. There might be a way around it because let's just face it, just like most places, money talk and bullshit walk sometimes.
Right.
Um, might be a way to cut a corner or something like that here or there. But for the most part, if you mind your business, don't be in no trouble. Don't be on that Negro shit here, trying to fight, cut, shoot, fuss. You ain't gonna see too many people with no guns anyway. Especially if it
I
pertains
think
to
it's
Ghana. Can you hear me?
uh huh.
Yeah, especially if it pertains to Ghana, you ain't gonna see nobody with a gun other than the police, and you don't even have to worry about them for real, for real. You don't really see them. They ain't all up in your business. They ain't patrolling just to be patrolling for real. You might run through a checkpoint here or there. I might have to throw them a couple of CDs or whatever to get them off your back or whatever. But that's minute to compare to, you know, here or whatever. But everybody's laid back, chill, especially in a country like Ghana. People mind their business. They live, they work, music, drink, fun, food. I mean, it's a life. It's a way of life. I mean, I'm not gonna say that ain't no Negro shit going on over there, like you would find it here. But like you said earlier, Mac, I'd rather deal with Negro shit instead of cracker shit. I
Exactly.
mean, I know how to deal with my people. I don't want to deal with the cracker.
Uh huh.
So if I gotta, deal with how we act, because you will find over there my experience, and I probably Lucy might agree, is that I was over there on some shit like, oh, that's where we got that from.
Hmm.
Oh, now I understand. And in my opinion, this is just my opinion. A lot of my opinion is a lot of the shit that they try to shame us for being ratchet or hood or shit like that. That stuff is a way. That shit is a way of life.
Uh huh.
It's just like that. For example, that CP time. Everybody move at the beat of their own drum. You ain't rushing them to do shit. It'll get done when it get done. It's gonna get done.
Right.
Type shit. So um, how we recycle shit and make it. We'll take a damn um a sour cream cup and drink out it. put leftovers in it, all types of shit like that. You know, the little shit they label, oh, you ghetto. What you drinking out of that for? What you, I mean, that shit a way of life.
Um like I was shocked to see the opportunities. You see, because we're not told about this part of Africa, right? Over here,
Hmm.
we're always it's the propaganda, right? It's
Hmm.
always the negative shit about Africa. Like I said, we saw some fool eating some Popeye's chicken, talking crazy about mud huts and all that stuff, right? Because that was the stuff that he was fed. Okay, so
Okay,
when
well,
I was,
I will say this.
Mhm.
Some people still live in huts, but I bet you they probably nicer than a new apartment you can get for $1,000 in New York. And you ain't number one room. Walk in the apartment. You in the front room, the kitchen, and the bathroom.
Mm,
I mean, some people depend on how rural you go. Some people do build, their houses and stuff in the village out of alternative materials. But you gonna go in there, you gonna take your shoes off at the door, cause you ain't gonna dirty up their shit with your shoes. They gonna welcome you to the meal. It's gonna probably be the best shit you ever had, and you'll feel at home and comfortable.
let me ask you this. Let's talk about the money, right? I was
Uh
shocked,
huh.
when I was talking to you guys, and then I was looking at something. I was shocked to see how far our money can stretch over there. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Okay, so depending on where the country you go to, for example, I'm a little perverse in Ghana, and then I've been to South Africa.
Right.
So I don't really have no desire for South Africa because it reminds me of America too much. Just
Crackers
put
over there.
America with all this shit and the white folks and the Indians and everything, and put it in Africa, and you got South Africa. And I'm not with it. But anyway, so for example, Ghana, their currency is called the cedi,
Hmm.
and the cedis is like right now it's like 5.7 to every one of our dollars or whatever. So
You trying to think she you still there, Bell? Bella? Okay, she might be having a little technical difficulty. We'll wait till she comes back. But yeah, I was shocked to see how far the money can stretch over there. There's a lot of things you can do. You can actually own stuff over there, start businesses. They got the manpower over there where you can employ people. It's really a lot of good opportunities over there, and things that you don't have to worry about over there that you have to worry about over here. Crackers coming to burn your shit down, and the Ku Klux Klan burning a cross on your yard, and all that other crazy shit. Cops blowing your brains out. You ain't got to worry about that over there. You know, and it's more of a relaxing environment. I've been checking out some people who looked one way before they left here and went over there and now look completely different. Like Phil the Advice show went over there and lost all that weight. Guy looks like a new guy now. Loves it over there. And everybody that I've talked to that went over there always end up in a better situation than they was before they left here. Most people say when they come back here, they start feeling dreary and shit because they're stressed out and know what they're about to face. So the propaganda um, has such negative effects on us psychologically, emotionally, and physically because you get body aches because you worry so goddamn much. Even out here driving the truck, right? I worry about getting pulled over by the police. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I honestly don't know what's gonna happen. You know, I mean, we got to the point now to where we really need to explore getting the hell up out of here. I think it's something that we all should think about at least once, at least give it a once over, and give it some
Yep.
consideration. What do you say, Obiana?
Yup. I know that's what I'm about to do. Get up out of here.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm looking at what Emmanuel Briggs is saying. Yeah, man. I think it's something that you have to explore or at least give it a consideration. You know, because it seems
Yeah.
like the only thing they're going to do over here is let other people come in and subjugate us. Okay. For all we know, we may wake up one
Yeah.
morning and be under Chinese rule.
You just
Yeah, yeah. Lucy said that we're not going
you
to
gotta
fight
do something, man.
China.
That's all I'm saying. You gotta do
Uh,
something. You can't just sit here and let people kill you. So you know what I
I
mean?
mean, our kids are
However you
being
decide to
shot.
go about it, just do something.
Right, our kids are being shot. People are being murdered in their own homes. We just had one brother get popped in the back like he was a goddamn pinata. We had Breonna Taylor get murdered in her sleep. And then we got to face this crooked government, man, talking about, you know, he was reaching for a gun. So as soon as you reach for anything, they have a right to kill you. You know,
No,
they live in so much fear of us. You can't do anything without them trying to kill you. And
it's
then when you
not.
look at the coons who done brought in, who done sold out.
No, it's not fear. It's training.
Hmm.
It's not fear. It's training. They
Uh,
wasn't scared of him when they was walking up on him and shot him in the back 7 times. They wasn't scared of him. White people walk up to him with fucking AR-15s and all various assault rifles, and these motherfuckers don't, they don't bat an eye. So I don't have anything, and I get shot, but he walks up clearly with something, and you're just like, hey, buddy, put that away. How does that make any sense?
it doesn't. Like I said, what are black people gonna do? Like I said, we got too many coons over here. Cats done laid down. You know, they don't went belly up, legs in the air. They don't played. They playing dead. And you even got some shameful who have taken up arms against their own race. I mean, hey, it's Fahim Devon. Long time no see. Shout out to my brother Fahim. Good to see you there, brother. Dang, dang.
Yeah.
Do me a favor, check over real
Yes.
quick. I'll be right back, okay? I gotta go move
Okay.
my truck. All right. I'll be right back, y'all. I gotta move my truck. Dane's gonna take over.
Yeah. Well, you, um. Okay. Okay. So you saying, well, yeah, they train to shoot first just in case. You know, they don't even have to see the gun. That's why it's always in that reaching motion. Their automatic training tells them that it has to be a gun, shoot, shoot. But the dude was stepping into his car. What reaching was he doing? Was he reaching for the steering wheel to support him as he lift one leg to get in the car? Was he, did he get a chance to put his butt on the seat first and
Right.
reach to grab the steering wheel to
Nope.
to turn his body inward? So if you train to automatically
That's what I'm
react
saying
to a
about me.
reaching motion, then you're
There should
gonna
have at least been a reaching motion. Hey, shit.
yeah.
Look.
But you see, okay, I'm back. But you see, that's exactly what I'm talking about, right? Look at the conversation we're having, right? What is a reaching, motion? You can't even. What if you got a cough and your hand goes down by your pocket? They're gonna shoot you. What if you got the hiccups? You got
That's
to bend
exactly what's
over.
gonna happen.
What if you got a hurl? You got to bend over and grab your hip. They're gonna shoot you. See,
Yep.
as black people, man, we gotta start really considering getting the hell up out of here. If we're not gonna stand here and fight this truce, then maybe then we should look into either leaving or either we're gonna leave or we're gonna make a stand. Because if we don't do something, they just gonna kill us. And with all of these coward Negroes out here now, ain't nobody gonna fight back. You
That's
may
what I
have
mean.
a
It's
few
just like,
brothers
dude,
gonna fight
you
back,
need to
yeah,
consider doing something. That's it.
yeah.
You need to consider doing something.
I mean, you may have a few brothers and sisters that's gonna fight back, but they'll be fighting back in vain because you got majority of the niggas who laying down and turning to coons. I mean, you hear them out here every day doing these live streams. They done laid down. They done gave up. White supremacist talking points all over social media. Hell, with the black man and stuff, hell, it done got to the point where
Yeah.
white supremacy has a black face
Right.
now.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, when you talk about white supremacy, right, it has a black face now.
Yeah. France Fanon. France Fanon.
I mean, don't be shocked if you look up white supremacy in the dictionary and you see a picture of one of these sissy bam niggas.
Hmm.
Probably the one that says he's a member of the pink people
Oh,
group.
brother, Lucy wants you to talk about the Kumerica.
Oh.
Kumerica in Kumasi?
Oh yeah. Man, that shit had me heated. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so one of my friends, I was on WhatsApp, and you can see everybody's little pictures and icon and stuff. So I'm scrolling, and I see this picture and shit. See the person that changed that picture, so I click on it to look at it. Man, this shit said the United States of a con, had in parentheses, U.S. What is it? Yeah, USA. Then it had this person doing like you know how you put your leg, what Lucy call it, the figure four, when you put one foot up to your other knee and you make like the four, standing on one foot, and they were standing on American flag, but it was painted green and black. And then under it, it said Kumerica. So they had spliced America and Kumasi together. So I hit them up. I was like, what the fuck is this? They were like, what you mean? This bullshit you got on your profile picture. Oh, well, it's a campaign for some type of music, something doing with music or something. And I'm like, well, why is the person standing on an American flag? Oh, that's not an American flag. The hell it is. That's an American flag. It has 13 stripes. Those 13 stripes represent the 13 original colonies. And I bet you if I counted all these damn stars, it's 50 of them that represents the 50 states. Oh, well, this is not an American flag. The fuck it's a, man, we got in an argument and everything. Oh, it was so ugly. But basically, so I told him, I was like, so if I paint a fucking swastika purple and put it on a banner, that don't make it a swastika no more. I was like, you got to understand what this flag means to my people. Now, to these crackers, it means freedom, justice, liberty, what the fuck ever. But us, we ain't did nothing but since 1619 get our ass whooped.
Yep.
And that was before the flag.
And then before that, we had 2,000 years with the Arabs that people don't like to talk about. So
Yeah, but we were just talking about, I'm just talking about the premise of that damn flag. And he just said, and what ticked me off the most is because he didn't understand what I was talking about. He laughed. Oh, why he laughed. Lord have mercy. Oh, I cussed him the fuck out, told him, you know what? I know why you don't understand, because I ain't seen you pick up a fucking book since I met you. And then I started rolling down the bullshit that happened to us under that flag. You know, the buck breaking, the motherfuckers
Yep.
cutting babies out our stomach and stomping the
Yep.
babies in front of us. The
Yep.
shit where they tattoo kittens in our stomach and then bet which kitten gonna scratch his way out first. Uh, the alligator bait. I just
Hmm.
went on and on and on, and that motherfucker changed that picture just like that. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I'll change it. I'll change it. But I still don't think he understands. And that's a problem too with the divide with us. They real life don't be understanding our anger because they don't see the shit. I could give you an example. When I went over there, I wanted to test a theory because I had been talking to Africans before I went. And I would be like, look up such and such. And they'd be like, well, I don't see nothing. And I have to end up sending them the link. And sometimes the links wouldn't work that I send them. So while I was over there, I think it was, I can't remember who had just got killed, but I remember looking up Freddie Gray. I could not find him nowhere. No matter how many details I put in, I couldn't find him. I couldn't find Mike Brown. I couldn't, it's like they got them blocked from seeing that type of stuff to keep up the facade that America is the land of the free, the home of the brave. We get money, we pop bottles, and everybody around this bitch holding hands, jovial, kumbaya and shit. So they real life do not understand a lot of them. It's starting to change. I'm seeing the tide to change. But a lot of them, if they don't have access, they do not know what the fuck going on with us over here. They do not understand. They cannot, because you got to understand that their leaders, they used to seeing nothing but black people. So when people do them wrong, they see nothing but black people doing them wrong. Whereas over here, we've been surrounded by the enemy for 400 years. So
Right.
we know what the motherfucker look like. They don't understand that their leaders are puppets for those same crackers that beat us up in our face, that's beating them up
Exactly.
and buying their back.
Exactly.
So if first and foremost, if we gonna do something as a people, we got to change that narrative too, because they don't understand our anger. They think we overreacting. Like I had one tell me, I haven't confirmed it, but I had one tell me last night that the news is telling them right now in Nigeria that um we over here protesting because of the election. Not because motherfuckers getting shot down, but because of the election.
Wait, what?
Yeah, yes, I gotta confirm that. But that's what motherfuckers told me. They was like, the
Uh,
news is telling us that y'all over there protesting. We don't hear about nothing about George Floyd anymore, but they're telling us that you're protesting about the election. The election? I'm like, huh?
it's
So I
one.
gotta confirm that. I gotta confirm that, y'all.
This, we got to help ourselves too, man. Like Obiana said, we got to stop. Well, I mean, some of the stuff that we fall for is just outright embarrassing. The Kamala Harris thing with the hot sauce and the chicken wings. I mean, come on, man. You know, and what's killing me is these brothers, right? Hey,
Hmm.
pretty black magic woman. One thing I realized, they're very comfortable on social media spewing negative propaganda towards black people, right? I figured it out. The reason why they're doing that and not concerned about us getting our brains blown out and our kids murdered and black people getting killed in their homes because they've sold out. One of them call it, he don't call. One of them say he don't call it selling out. He call it buying in. So they done brought into the sellout. That's why they up on social media acting all cool and calm, like nothing is fucking going on out here. They done sold out. They don't give a shit about black folks anymore. They done sold out, done brought into what the white man is selling, and they feel that they're comfortable. And that's why you got punks up here talking about um, they want to go to another country, right? To start a family with foreign women. Okay, and now you have a lot of black men now, right, promoting foreign women. Don't be with a black woman, go with a foreign woman. Foreign women are more feminine, black women are more masculine, you know. And so this is what you got over here now. This is the new white supremacy, right? In blackface. Every time you turn around, I don't even see white people even saying shit about black folks no more. All I see is niggas doing it.
Oh
Coons.
no, I can't say that. I see plenty people, plenty white people talking shit.
I don't.
Nigga, I be in Facebook jail all the
Yeah,
time, trying to tell these niggas
yeah.
about this.
Oh
I used to
yeah,
I used to see them every now and then, but I see so
Nah,
many coon ass
I
niggas
deal with these
now.
niggas every day.
I'm not saying that they're not still doing it. I'm just saying I just see too many coon ass niggas. You know, it's just too many coon ass niggas I done see, man. You know what I'm saying? And it really, really bothers me because I don't know where these cats live at. They can't live in my hood talking crazy like that. I don't even know where these dudes live at, man. Or
Yeah,
even
like I said, I don't really be hearing none of this, man. I don't know if it's just like a northern thing or what it. But I don't be hearing that. You know what I'm saying? I don't be hearing like black dudes talking crazy about black women because all the black dudes is predominantly with black women. So I don't. Yeah, I don't really. I can't say that. I know too much about that.
mhm.
But
Well, they're targeting your age group, Obiana.
yeah, man. Like I said, regardless, I haven't seen none. I haven't really seen any of that. So I don't know.
Well, I haven't seen it here in real life yet. I've only seen it or heard it on social media. I didn't even know this shit was going on until I came on social media because you just
Yeah,
don't
man. A
hear
lot
it.
of people like to
Like,
troll and do shit like that. So you never
huh?
really know what people intentions or real thoughts are these days. Some people really just like to stir the nest. And
Yeah, but we're talking about propaganda, right? Propaganda can harm,
well,
right?
yeah. I'm not saying they
Even
can't.
if they don't have, right? Even if they don't have, let's just say they trying to go along to get along, right? Just to make a few dollars, right? The
It
propaganda
don't
that's
matter. Like, it don't matter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Propaganda is propaganda at the end of the day. But I'm saying, you
uh-huh.
understand what I mean? It's no real way to really tell who really feels what. You understand what I'm saying? Because everybody's just bandwagoning. You understand? That's why like being woke or conscious is a trend. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's a trend. It's not real. You have a lot of people who really feel and are conscious, and you have a lot of people who just find out information just to kind of go along with the supposed trend. But like I said, I especially nowadays have seen a lot more conscious people than I've ever seen. You understand what I'm saying? And in the
Right.
past few generations, have been some of the most docile niggas that you understand what I'm saying. I done seen. You understand what I mean? Except for certain groups like the Black Panthers. People like Malcolm X. You can even say MLK if you really roll that way. Um, you know,
Yo, we don't have
but
anybody
as
now.
far as like the masses, as far as the masses being conscious and knowing history, today is probably, you know what I'm saying, the best time in a long time that we have like the masses pretty much woke and paying attention to what's going on. And it might be because of COVID, everybody just sitting down home, and just ain't got no choice but to, take a step back and really look and see what the hell's going on.
You know, you talk about Marcus Garvey and Malcolm X and all of the heroes of yesteryear, right? I always
Right.
think like, where are the new people? Where are the new people that's taking up the mantle?
Well, that gotta be us, right?
Nah, we got motherfuckers like fucking Iceberg Slim and Bishop
Well, they're
John.
not picking up
We
the
got bum
mantle.
ass niggas.
You know what I'm saying? What I mean? They're not picking up the mantle. They're doing something else.
Yeah, but they are. Yeah, we need the brothers to come out in front. You see, I think where we're at right now, black people need to see a significant change, or they need to see people doing something positive consistently. You know what I'm saying? But it's like you said, we just can't sit back and wait for someone to come free us. We got to be
All right.
proactive ourselves and start doing things for ourselves to get into a better position. I think that's one of the reasons why that the white supremacy hurt us so much is because we're waiting for some dude to drop down from the sky.
You're waiting for some external
Yeah,
force to come and solve
right,
all your
yeah,
problems.
right.
And that doesn't
I'm
work.
a, yeah, I'm gonna stay away from the I'm gonna stay out of it. I'm not gonna do it, man. I'm gonna stay away
Right,
from
right,
it.
right, right, right,
You know what
right,
I'm saying?
right. But
But
you
anyway,
know,
but
but in this case, you talking about white supremacy. You know, we talking about white folks. Like, man,
uh
motherfuckers really sitting here waiting for white folks to like do something to white folks, and it's not, and that's not even something that's in their best interest. I mean, maybe
yeah.
nowadays because you know the rich getting ready to screw everybody, but you
Let me ask
understand
all
what
of
I'm
y'all. Let me
saying?
ask all y'all a question, right? Even the people in the chat. Is
Yeah,
unity something black people should be working towards today? Or should
of
we be
course.
doing something else?
Unity, of course. You need collectivism. You understand what I'm saying? You need to go back to your roots.
Well, some people are going to ask you, where's it going to come from?
You.
Yeah. I'm down, man. I don't have a problem.
Yeah, I mean, like it's
But
all us.
the
It's
problem is,
all us.
I can't get more people that's like minded like myself, right? To
Hmm.
stay down with it. People get spooked too much. See, I'm old school, right? I'm fearless. Okay, so a lot of the people that I dealt with from this day and age, a lot of them are spooky, man. As soon as something happened, man, get the hell up, yo. These motherfuckers gone. I mean, one thing go wrong, niggas is gone. Boom, not here. Poof,
Hey
out of
Scared
here.
to
man.
lose a life. Scared to lose a life that's already been taken from them. That's what I call it.
Yeah, he didn't even got to go in there. He's scared to lose $20. Mama, hold on, man. Listen, Dr. Umar Johnson got to the school, man. Let's help get to school. Now, if Dr. Umar Johnson was white, that school would be up already. It'd be functioning already, right? So
Yeah,
listen, well, if I get my $20, I need to know where it's going. What do you mean you need to know where it's going? You get a white man more than that. You don't ask him shit.
exactly.
Niggas can't even part with 20. So, yeah, I'm down, man. If we can get some hard hitting Negroes, men and women, y'all ready to do it, man. Count me in. I'm with
Hmm.
it.
But
Yeah,
like you said,
man.
that's the problem. I mean, it'll be harder, but I
Belmore, I
believe.
get with you. Hey, Belmore, I'm sharing the brain with you on that one. uh,
Uh,
that's what a lot of your peoples do on YouTube. A lot of them do that. I'm sorry, Bella. Go ahead.
um, damn, I lost my train of thought. Well, yeah, I was saying that you gonna have to just come to terms where it's gonna have to be quality over quantity, and I think we're still spending too much time waiting on the quantity
Hmm.
and not looking at what we got in the hand. My grandma always said a bird in the hand is worth more than two in the bush.
That's right.
So we're still trying to wait on getting the numbers, what we think the numbers should be, and not looking at the people that we have that we know is around us that's ready to get shit done. It's gonna be harder because it ain't number two, three, four, six of us. But we will probably move faster with six people, even though it'll be more work on each person splitting the load than we got with 20 and 14 on bullshit. That means we got to do the work and carry these niggas too. That ain't gonna work. So we're gonna have to move with what we got. And don't be afraid to leave nobody behind. Mama, daughter, sister, aunt, cousin,
Right off.
grandpa, grandma. Grandma don't want to get on board, leave her old ass where she at. So, uh, is you about it or isn't you?
But you know
Is you
what?
gonna get something done or is you not? And
Right.
then I feel like a lot of us is bandwagon Negroes, which means that
Right.
we got to see somebody else do it first before we get on board. So if grandma, auntie, cousin, oh no, I ain't doing that, and then they see us doing it and the shit pop, they gonna slide their way on over there. What y'all doing? I see what y'all got going on. I'm feeling it. Oh, now you feeling it. Well, pick up a shovel and get to digging. Let's
Yeah,
see if you feel it for real.
yeah.
Let's
See,
go.
I guess they have their usefulness, but my problem with people like that is stuff start to slow down, right? And we need people to dig in. Okay, are they gonna dig in? Are they gonna dig in and hold the fort?
You
That's the
talking about the
problem I got.
bandwagon or the people you started off with?
Yeah.
Because if the bandwagon, you only get one strike. Because the crackers don't give us none. So we got to give at least each other one strike. So if you auntie, sister, cousin come over here talking about after we get it started, talking about they want a part of it, then when shit slow down and you want to back out, well, bitch, I'm gonna need you to stay the hell all the way over there. Cause when the shit got tough, the chips was down. You tried to slither and we can't have nobody. That's what you call a fence rider.
Hmm.
That's what them half breeds do. When shit is tough on one side, they bounce to the other.
Hmm. See,
No, we ain't doing that fence riding shit. We ain't doing that flip flop shit. We ain't playing no dice right now. So, uh, either you with it or you're not. We gonna give you that one chance. Cause like I said, the cracker don't give us nail chance. Like y'all was talking about earlier with the police, it's shoot to kill.
uh-huh.
So we gotta at least give each other one chance. And if you
See,
show me with your one good chance that you still ain't about shit, we cannot be afraid to leave motherfuckers behind. Lead them where the fuck you found them. Mama, sister, I don't care what the blood tie is. I don't care if this been your best friend for 30 years. Either get on board or get the fuck on out the way. Point blank.
how many of us can make a decision like that? Now, you see, I agree with you. That's the right mentality to have, right? If you're gonna create something and build something by all being necessary, that's the kind of mentality you got to have. But you know, like Emmanuel Briggs said, right? You can't leave Big Mama behind.
Well, uh, Big Mama, better pack her day bag, her overnight bag, and come the hell on, cause these crackers ain't waiting on nobody. They ain't
Nope.
waiting on nobody, and we gonna all die waiting on. That's why I said quality over quantity. We gonna all die waiting on everybody to get on board. No, these crackers don't wait for nobody. They done showed us countless times. They don't give a fuck.
You know,
Mama, cousin, sister, nobody.
and my thing is, I like what you're saying because I think black people can get their way out of this if we work in small groups. Because, like you said, too many now. There's too many corrupted Negroes, bandwagon jumpers, coons. I think we do better in small groups. I think that serves us right now. Like you said, get your little six Negroes together and y'all handle business. Your little nine Negroes, seven Negroes, right? I think we need to stay away from the big groups. Unless you got 15, 20 down hard Negroes, right? I think we need to keep the numbers small. I think you're gonna do more. You'll get more production that way if you have several small groups working towards a goal rather than waiting for 50, 60 to 100 Negroes, which probably hardly will never happen.
And then also the thing with that too, uh, I feel like unfortunately that these motherfucking crackers they don't want us to live. They don't want us in their spaces and they don't want us in our own. So if you doing shit with a whole bunch of motherfuckers in the mix, these crackers snatch up one of them 100 people you talking about. If that motherfucker ain't down for real, he gonna sing like Canary and all the rest of us 99 motherfuckers going down with him. So everybody don't need to know what the hell going on at all times any motherfucking way. Smaller
Black
groups, tighten the ranks, smaller groups, get it done, move light and move right. Cause if you got 100 motherfuckers trying to trail you, you gonna be a big ass target in the first fucking place.
Right.
And then if a cracker snatch one of these motherfuckers and muscle them up, waterboard, whatever the fuck they be doing to torture people, to find out information, and this motherfucker know every each part of your plan, cause you trying to be still on that collectivism stuff and waiting on quantities of people. I mean, we got weak niggas out here that if you break their finger or break a nail, they singing like goddamn Richard, Little Richard or something, hitting all the high
Uh,
notes,
well,
hitting all the high
let me
notes.
make this clear. Let me make this clear. Collectivism isn't about waiting. Collectivism is just about working together. You can have
Hey,
multiple factions doing you know what I'm saying, multiple things. You understand, dividing and conquering the task. So if you got one faction doing this, you got one faction doing that, you got one faction. Even though they're doing different things, they're all coming for. It's all for one purpose. That's collectivism. It has nothing to do really with
but I'm
waiting
talking about in
for
the
people
sense
to.
I know Obiana, I know that exactly. But what I'm talking about is I see countless. I be in these circles and shit, and I see countless time after time that motherfuckers just planning and they ain't doing nothing because they waiting for their numbers. They waiting
Oh
for their
yeah, no, you're not
numbers.
supposed to do
They
that. That's
waiting on
not the
their
no.
numbers. We need more people. They just letting anybody in the group and shit, letting anybody in because they
No.
trying to build numbers. It's strength in numbers. It is strength in numbers per se, but when you try to go up against an enemy like these motherfucking crackers, that shit ain't gonna work. Cause they gonna pluck every one of y'all off, pop, 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 one by motherfucking one. So you waiting on a group of people for what?
Right.
Cause you scared of a late night and some sore feet. Cause you gonna have to pull more of the load cause it ain't that many of y'all. Then nigga, you don't want it in the first place. Anyway.
Oh, oh, oh.
Well, I'm let me shut up because I'm on one and let me shut up. Y'all got it.
I know. You.
Yeah, but we also got to accept people in our group that's not our group too.
Wait, what?
Okay, look.
Oh,
Everybody
hold on
keeps
there.
saying how this person is a real N word, and they're not black. They're not any of our ethnic group. They don't even claim to be. But yet, we letting them be part of our group and stuff like that. We letting them
All right, here,
speak
here,
for
here,
our
here.
group.
Let's just say this, right?
Mm-hmm,
If you're not black, right, meaning coming from two black parents,
mm-hmm,
please leave us alone.
Speak on it.
mm-hmm.
Simple as that. If you are not a real black person, I mean, you come from two black parents, leave us to do our duty. We do not need anybody clouding up our movements and our jobs and none of that. We gotta free ourselves. Appreciate the thought, but we got it. Because every time we allow other people into our shit, somehow objectives get hijacked and we end up either in the same place or backwards. Worse than we were before. So thank you, but we got it. That's all I gotta say about that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we got we got black folks that are inclusive of those that ain't black folks.
That's our problem.
That's
Hmm.
You
self
can't be.
hate and that's secretly if you love the cracker.
It's like
I
this.
don't care what nobody
If
say.
you can't be screaming black power and you got white people, Mexicans, and Chinese people, and just random. You know, you can't be screaming black power and all these niggas walking with you. That don't make no sense.
You
And then
can't
the
have
fact
them in
they
your
be screaming
bed
it
either.
too. Yeah, they be
PSA.
screaming it too, louder than you.
PSA. They can't be in your bed either.
You understand? Exactly. Stop mating with them.
Weakening your genes and shit. That's why we got
Yeah,
all
yeah,
these fucked up
yeah,
diseases now.
yeah, yeah. Before them, we didn't have none of these diseases. You had the occasional case of malaria, but that was about it. Because you had your
Yeah.
original diet, you had your original everything. We wasn't sitting here eating every animal on the planet. We wasn't sitting here eating. We wasn't really eating flesh. Period. Contrary to what they tell you, the nomadic people they like to tell
Fuck
you
them
about. They're
white
talking
friends,
about
Lucy. Every last one of 'em. Sit on it and spin.
these hunter gatherer people. They like to tell you about are Neanderthals.
Uh-huh.
Okay, they're
Uh-huh.
Neanderthals. They're talking about themselves. We are not Neanderthals. They are Neanderthals. If you are not an African, you are a Neanderthal. So anybody who is a Neanderthal should not be in your movement. Simple as that.
Don't forget the rice cracker, the burrito eating motherfuckers,
Yeah, yeah,
them
yeah, yeah.
sand crackers.
Exactly.
Hey, what
It,
about the
it
cracker with
really
the
doesn't matter
taco?
if you are not an African.
Wait, what'd you
Please stay
say?
out of
What'd
our
you say,
movement.
Max?
What about the cracker with the taco? Don't
Oh,
forget
that
about.
taco eating bitch. I told a
Yeah.
police officer that she was mad as hell.
Uh,
I'm not white. Well, bitch, you a cracker with a burrito. Now give me my ticket.
You're still a
I told her
mongoloid.
just like that.
oh my goodness.
You can say
Well,
you ain't a
yeah.
cracker. You can say you
Crocos
ain't a
do
cracker,
crack.
but you're still a mongoloid.
Oh, and by the way, we're talking about saltine crackers. We're not being racist. We're just talking about saltine crackers. Anyway, go ahead, y'all.
Yeah, them ones that burn up in the sun. Yeah, them saltines.
Right. The toasted
That's
ones.
another thing too. Let me get off on that right quick.
Uh,
Just because we all got a head, two arms, and
Right.
two legs does not make us the
Right.
same. And
Exactly.
everything on this planet,
Right.
with the exception of some single cell goddamn organisms and shit, and some are streamophiles, which are also in that category per se, thrives in the sun. What
Exactly.
everybody on the panel and everybody in the chat, what the hell? Who do we know that walk on two legs like us? That when they in the sun, them motherfuckers turn into cracklings. They turn into them pork skin cracklings when they in the sun.
Like, how do you go to the beach and come back with melanoma? How does like
It's-
why?
they are not the same. They are not us.
They
They
are not
are
natural.
not. They're not
They,
natural. They are
they
recessive in
they have
nature.
nothing
They
but
are a
animal DNA.
genetic mistake.
They have nothing but animal DNA and Neanderthal DNA. They keep
See,
trying to say human, and they need to stop
why is
saying that.
Lucy Page? Y'all looking at the chat. Lucy's being funny and shit. Them goddamn vibrates. Let me shut up, cause I was about to. Ooh Lord, let me, cause I ain't trying to get y'all flagged and shit. I'm gonna shut the hell up.
It's just it's
Let me shut
simple.
the hell up.
hey, Lucy. Hey, Lucy, come in Discord for a quick second. I gotta holler at you about something. I'll be right back, y'all. I'll be right back, y'all. Hey, y'all hold it down. I'll be right back. Hey, Lucy, come in Discord real quick. I gotta holler at you.
Did
Okay, I'm
somebody say I
sorry.
was hating? Who said something about hate
Wait,
them?
wait,
They
wait,
hate
wait.
some. What was
No,
that
no,
comment?
no, no,
If
no, 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 no. That was this. The son hates them.
oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
the sun does. You absolutely. The
I,
sun
yeah,
hates
exactly.
them,
I was
and
laughing so
therefore,
hard I
being we
couldn't
the
think of something else.
children of the sun, we should therefore hate the motherfuckers too, because we thrive. We eat the sun. We thrive in the sun. That's what we get out. That too, y'all. Stop letting these motherfucking doctors tell y'all need vitamin D supplements. Stand your ass
As
in the
in the
motherfucking
sun.
sun
Different one.
for an
Okay.
hour to two a day and get some goddamn vitamin D.
Uh,
Because we literally synthesize the sunlight into vitamin D. So stop drinking that goddamn
We
fortified
synthesize
poison.
multiple,
okay.
almost all of
Yeah.
Exactly.
our vitamins and nutrients within the sun. We are like plants. You understand what I'm saying? We go through photosynthesis and shit just like plants. Most of our nutrients come from the sun. That's why they don't want you in it. That's why they tell you don't look at the sun, don't do this in the sun, don't fuck. That's why they tell you that shit because they can't do it.
Man, I almost had a brain aneurysm rolling my eyes one day, listening to this Negro woman talking about some. We need sunscreen too. Huh?
No, you what?
Yes, yes.
I don't know. People
I
need to
was
really
like,
lay off the crack.
I was like, uh, what? We need what?
Yeah. I
I
don't
just
know.
let her
Is
have
she
it.
like mixed or something?
No, she won't number like maybe a shade, maybe a shade lighter than me. Maybe. That's why
What the hell is you
I
talking
almost
about?
lost an eyeball rolling my motherfucking eyes to the top of my goddamn skull. Like, really?
Yeah, these people done
In
lost
a
their mind.
fucking way.
Well,
Anyway. Mm. But I
yeah,
said I was gonna
man.
let y'all have it because I was on one. Oh, go, y'all go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, it's just it's a lot of stuff we gotta do. We gotta do it ourselves. That's the point. We gotta do it ourselves. If we don't do it ourselves, we just keep letting people hijack our shit. We're never gonna be in control of our shit. And if we're never in control of our shit, we can't control what the fuck happens with it. So you gotta change the psychology. You gotta change the choices. You just gotta change. Start thinking for yourself. Stop believing what these goddamn people who do nothing but deceive you tell you. They do nothing but lie to you. They do nothing but poison you. They have never had your best interest at heart ever. And if they did, you tell me one time these people had your best interest at heart. You let me know in the comments. I don't think you could do it. And that's all I gotta say about that. Dame.
Okay. Well, no, I think they on some level they still feel like they own us. They keep trying to make claims on us. They keep trying to say we're not like the others because we're not outright cursing them out, or they're trying to make pets out of us. They feel some kind of ownership. That's why they never completely let us go. You know, they want us to be underneath their heels, or underneath their foot, or at their heels. Uh,
Uh, yeah.
hmm yeah,
And
but they don't want us
as long as the
completely
negative
gone.
propaganda continues to circulate, you understand what I mean?
Hmm.
And you don't
Oh,
become conscious
oh.
of what you really are and where you come from, then that shit's gonna continue. Cause you're gonna constantly be looking up to somebody who ain't you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, and every time we try to own for ourselves, claim for ourselves, be by ourselves, they start screaming diversity and reverse racism, and 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 we can't have anything by ourselves. Black lives matters. Oh no, they get puffed up and offended. All lives matter. Yeah, we know all lives matter. We've been knowing all
No, they
lives
don't.
matter.
No, they don't.
No, 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 I didn't say they. I said we've been knowing all lives matter. They don't know that all lives matter because
No,
black
they
lives
don't.
is part of all lives matter. So if
All
they
lives don't
truly
matter.
believe that,
All lives don't matter.
they would not
They don't.
be yeah, if they truly believe that, they would not be harping up and getting upset that we are saying Black Lives Matter. You know, that means on some level that in this world, in this country, no, it does not. That's why we have to state it. And you wouldn't be going, but all lives matter. We've been knowing that. Y'all the one that had the problem with that. All
Right.
lives matter, but ours. and and so so now they're trying to be inclusive. They want to help us. They want to um um eradicate injustice, and that is wrong, but yet they steadily turning changing. They're making it about themselves or what they, whatever it is that they in. I've seen it change to every twisted kind of way. It became
Right.
about these other group rights, these other things. It became about all these other things, but what it was intended.
Right.
You see, I'm even kind of being careful what I'm saying. Wait a minute. I'm on Gangsta Talk. Okay, so I don't have to be careful. This is what I am saying. Y'all turn a Black Lives Matter
Right.
into Women Lives Matter, the Rainbow Coalition Lives Matter, uh, all lives matter. Like we didn't know that. Um, y'all change it to your own personal agendas. This was about police brutality. This was about the killing of black men, because it's been black men for the longest, women and children. Used to be um that it was, that's what it was about. And it's steadily going. So it's becoming, every time you think, oh, no more, not again, we protest and stuff like that. Is and they make some concessions. They may have kicked the police officer's job. They may have made a arrest of involuntary manslaughter, when we all know it is murder, straight out murder. In fact,
Right.
the police not only should be arrested, they should be worse, because they know better. Their job is to protect and
Right.
serve. Who were they protecting and who were they serving? They weren't protecting that community. That man wasn't a danger to a black community.
Exactly.
Serving, who were they serving? They were serving up that black man to the white world. One less black man the world has to worry about.
Right.
Yes. And so anything that's that we try to make just ours, just about us, it gets confiscated and be beat down until it becomes something it never was.
Right. Right. Right.
Now, Black Lives Matter has a bad reputation. We don't want to be associated with Black Lives Matter anymore. Why? Because it's not Black lives. It's not emphasized black
Right. 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 Right.
anymore.
Right.
If it ever
You
was,
got
it,
more. You
it
got
got
more white
taken
people
over.
walking in the damn marches and the protests than
Yeah,
you got.
it is that. It is
You know what I'm
Yeah,
that.
saying?
and they're not correcting their own white people. I've seen too many of where they protecting racist, obviously racist white people from getting their butt whipped by the black people that they spitting, hitting, and spewing that racial garbage on.
And
Excuse you?
can we stop with the whole Latino shit? You know what I'm saying? I feel like I gotta emphasize once again. If you are not black, meaning if you do not come from two black parents, please get the hell out of here. We don't need you screaming no Black Lives Matter. We do not need no white folks screaming no Black Lives Matter. We don't need any mongoloid or caucasoid screaming shit about no black people. Period. We do not. Thanks, but no. I cannot stress that enough. We gotta be assertive in saying this is our shit. You can step the fuck off.
Hmm. And
If you respect me as a person, you will
mhm,
listen to me when I say get the fuck out of here.
mhm. And as
Can I?
for
Okay, go ahead.
the
Go ahead. I'm
alphabet
sorry.
rainbow flag people, look,
Oh
I
God.
have relatives that are, and they would tell you I've been black a lot longer before I
Exactly.
discovered that I was what I was and I like what I like. Excuse me. If
Yeah,
you
yeah.
if you deciding that your preference more than you are your color, then okay, then I just step off of anything that is about black, because
Right.
you're saying that you're not the that you're more your sex preference than you are your color. Okay,
Exactly.
fine. Then stay away from anything that's black. If we marching about black people.
Exactly.
We talking about black people. Then step off.
It's like, listen, y'all are fighting for the right to practice a behavior, and we're fighting for the right to be treated like people.
Hmm.
There is a major difference between that.
Hmm.
Major difference. You got to step the fuck back. I'm sorry, but you're not important right now. You understand what I'm saying? The overall umbrella, the overall elephant in the room is that black people as a whole, not gay people, not gay black people as a whole are treated fucked up. You understand what I mean? All over the world. That is way more of a problem than you being gay and feeling like people don't like that you're gay. People don't like me for being black. People don't like me for what the fuck I'm born as, not for what choices. Not, I don't even get to the. I don't even get to the point where they're looking at my choices. They just see I'm black. You understand what I'm saying? Just
Hmm.
like they see you before they see that you're gay or any, they see you black. So 9 times out of 10, you think somebody fucking with you because you gay, it's because you black, just like me, just like her, just like you, just like him. Yeah, yeah, we're black first, and there's nothing, there's no way around that.
Hmm.
So it's like this: you're either down with us or you're not, because all these organizations are white organizations. Let's be honest, they're white organizations. They like to say, "Oh, it was started by," no, it wasn't. It started by white people. Wasn't no goddamn LGBT started by no black people. It started by white people. Because we know one thing: black people have been complaining for 400 years. They don't give a fuck about what you talking about. People don't give a fuck about shit until white people start complaining. So LGBT and all that shit wasn't a thing until white people start complaining. So that's not even your movement. Just like feminism, it's not your movement. It was never for you in the first place. They don't give a damn about your rights. They don't give a damn. Since when? Feminism is the white woman's fight with her man. And then she'll use you for strength in numbers. To be like, yeah, yeah, yeah. But then as soon as she, you know what I mean, as soon as she get what she wants, she kick you to the fucking curb. Just like Democrats, just like everybody. They get what they fucking want out of you, and they kick you to the curb. That's why you got to do for yourself. That way you can't get kicked to no fucking where. It's that simple.
Um, can I address something that was said
Right.
in the comments? So, one of the people in the chat was like, "This is their place to be racist,"
Wait, what?
and they say that this is they can be racist here. First of all, black people can't be racist. This is why, because racism is institutional and systematic, and we don't have that type of power, especially in this country. Racism is prejudice plus power, institutional and systematic power. We don't have the power to keep these crackers from doing nothing. We can't keep them from going to certain schools. We can't keep them from getting loans. We can't keep them out of certain neighborhood. We can't keep them out of our neighborhoods. We can't do none of that shit.
Right.
We can't kill them in the street and not go to jail. They can. Prejudice, yes, absolutely. I own up to that. I am extremely prejudiced especially when it comes to the cracker. I am extreme. I can't even stress it enough. Extremely prejudiced when it comes to this goddamn cracker, and I welcome the day that I can be considered racist and it be true. I welcome that day because anything that's due to them, it will be just rewards. They deserve it. They absolutely deserve it. Because we done begged, we done pleaded, we done bartered, we done got on our knees, we done turned the cheek, we done turned back to the other cheek, and none of that works because they don't care. Because
That's the
they
point.
know that if we ever get to the top, they got to be at the bottom.
Exactly.
They the ones that don't belong. We the ones that are. We let 8% of the world's population, they probably around 8 to 10% of the world population take over the world.
Exactly.
And they know this. It just seems that we don't know. We don't get it. We never got the memo. It was lost in the mail, lost in the sauce, lost in translation, lost some fucking way. That we are supreme beings. This is our planet. This
Mhm.
is our birthright.
Mhm.
And they just like a single cell organism, a parasite that invades your body, piggybacks and benefits while it sucks the fucking life. Oh, I had to take a breath. Sucks the fucking life out of you. So no, don't you ever, 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 my sister that called yourself racist in them goddamn comments, utter them goddamn words again. Because you are not racist. Prejudice, maybe. Racist, never. Not in this lifetime, it probably won't be, because niggas won't get on board. Niggas won't fall in line. Niggas won't get on code. So don't ever call yourself that. Prejudice, yeah, but like I told you, me personally, I welcome the day when a motherfucker say, you're a racist. And I be like, you know what? You're absolutely right. I will wear that motherfucking back. I will go get that bitch framed, shined, glossed over, all
Yep.
types. I
Because I
might
put
get
my
that bitch
people first.
tatted on my goddamn body.
Yep. Yep. Because I put my people first, just like they do. They put their people first. Why is it such a problem for me to put my people first? If they put their people first, why can't I put my people first? What's the problem?
Hmm.
What's up, y'all?
Exactly. What I do? What I do?
Man,
Eh,
just taking continuous notes on the continent. Taking continuous notes. But listen to
mhm.
what y'all saying, man, and I can't deny nothing y'all been saying. Like, whew,
Yeah.
man, where do we go? Where do we go? My question is, where do we go? You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, with me being light skinned, coming to the continent, I can potentially get treated like a white person. I can move around in certain countries and get white privilege. I can get white privilege over here. But do I want to use that? Yeah, I feel weird. White privilege? I can get white privilege on the continent? Huh? Oh, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know yet.
But you know they fucked up in the head just like us over here. They fucked up in the head. They did the mind fuck from two different ends. They burnt the candle from both ends. But this is my thing. How long is that motherfucking candle? Because when you burn a candle from both ends, ain't something supposed to happen? Ain't something supposed to get fed up? Ain't somebody supposed to get fed up? Bitch, you burning
No,
me
the
from
spark
both
can go out.
ends.
No, no, the spark goes the spark goes out. Just like
So,
when you burn the candle both ends, when you working two jobs and you going to school full time and you got two children, you burning all candles at all ends. And once that spark burn out, you burnt out. Your ass gotta lay down. You know, you lay down. You end up laying down because you can't take no more. We getting hit from all sides. Like even when we come to the continent, we still getting hit. We're still getting hit because we have our ideology and what we know is true about this cracker. And when we come to the continent and try to teach them what's going on, they look at us like we fucking crazy. Because, like you said before, I heard what you were saying before. Like they don't see the cracker how we see the cracker. And then I've had experiences where they look at me like, oh, you're too militant, you're harsh. Like, oh, they're not like that. They're bringing help, they're bringing food, they're bringing rice, they're bringing clothes, they're bringing infrastructure, they're bringing all of this. But the Black American just come on tour and spend money if they come. See, Black Americans ain't been coming the whole time. It's just been the last like couple of years that we didn't trot it over to the continent other than the ones that woke up 30 years ago, 40 years ago that been on the continent. Because Bella, you know, we done met some that old enough to be our grandparents that
Uh-huh.
been in Ghana as long as me
Hmm.
and you been alive. And it's like, damn, nigga,
Hmm.
what, why y'all ain't come and get us? Like, why y'all ain't come back
Exactly.
and get us? Like, what? But you know, 30 years ago, there was no social media. There was no apps. Like the old people won't on what was the shit? Black Planet and MySpace.
Mm.
Old people won't shit then. You know what I'm saying? They was already in their 30s and 40s when that shit came out for us. They weren't on that shit. They was like, yo, trying to get the fuck out the States. They left our young asses.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now we finally figuring out like, yo, we need to create a different life somewhere else outside of the debauchery unless we're gonna stand up. And I just man, I'm sorry, man. I don't see enough of us standing up in the States. I don't see
Nah.
enough of us standing up in the States to do anything about anything to make a difference. Because if a white boy can pop white people and not even black people, pop white people and walk past the police and the police be like, thank you, and let them go.
Right.
Hmm.
I mean, do y'all realize the state that we're in the US?
Right.
Like, have y'all seen the Purge movies? Like, it's basically like warm. To me, I see it's warming up to the Purge.
Yeah.
Mm.
And only the only difference is white people to be able to pop people, but black people won't. Black people won't be able to. And the black people is popping people. They popping each other. They not popping no parts. It'd be
Hmm.
certain people. You know, that'll be on some revolutionary shit, but it won't be enough. And we so spread far and few in between. What about the black people that's in Wisconsin? The black people that's in Iowa? The black people that's in Oregon? Like they outnumber. Okay, so we could say, oh, that's what they ass get for going way the fuck out there, but Bella, you know, with our jobs, we could easily get stuck in Nebraska, Idaho, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Maine, Vermont. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, Bella, tell them the contract offers we done had to go to Alaska. How many times our agency then begged us to go to Alaska?
Alaska, several, Nebraska, all the places that you spoke on. Like I took a
In
jump
Alaska,
in Rhode
in
Island.
Alaska. Remember when the joint came through for Alaska and they was someone paying us $6,000 a month
Hmm.
to go to
Uh-huh.
Alaska,
Yeah, I
Alaska
remember.
a month to go to Alaska. But we had to go out there for 6 months and be completely fucking stranded. Like, and they wanted us to go up there during the time where they got their 6 months of darkness. What?
Is that
Oh, bitch,
one
hell
of the
nah, bitch.
movie? What's that movie? The
No.
Mist. The Mist. And when they said that shit, and it was gonna be the dark time, the first thing I thought about was that fucking movie, The Mist. Anybody ever seen
Girl,
that shit?
No, I
Yeah.
saw the
yeah.
other one with the vampires.
The 30 Days of Night.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
I was
30
like,
days. It's 6 months. The
Vampires
six
and
yeah,
shit.
months they was
6 months.
trying to stand me and Bella. They was trying to stand me and Bella up there for 6 months. Some 6 grand a month. Okay, that sound good, but a loaf of bread costs $10. A carton of eggs costs $5. You know what I'm saying? A gallon of milk is like $7. Like we would have blew all our money because nothing
Just
grows
trying to
up there.
eat.
So we can't afford it. We ain't know how to eat like Ghanaians now. Now, me and her probably could go up there and survive because, girl, we would get them scotch bonnets and tomatoes and them onions and make us some goddamn soups and stews. We doing that,
Mm.
but going up there, like when they was offering these jobs 4 and 5 years ago, it's 6,000 US. No, that's not enough to go and be in complete darkness, no
Right.
sunlight at all for 6 months. No, I need
It was
20,000.
like
You gotta
go
give
up
me
there and
20.
get
All right,
sick
well,
as fuck.
let me ask. Wait a minute. Let me ask y'all because somebody in the comments talking about the African Americans that stranded in uh overseas. So from what I
Wait, what?
know, so the
Where?
ones
Because
that are
I can't see the
stranded,
shit. I ain't got but one device.
it says there's as they said that there is actually thousands of African Americans not able to return from Ghana right now, and then they're talking about how there are individuals who went for a visit and they cannot get back. Right. From what I know,
That's
some
not
of them do want to come home, but a lot of them
that's
is
not
like
true.
fuck it. Well, then I need you to go ahead because this person in the comments is commenting on that over and over. So you go ahead and set it straight.
Who's saying that? I can't see the shit.
I ain't
Who's
putting
saying
no
that?
names up. I'm not putting no names up. I'm not saying no names. I'm just saying go ahead and address it.
Okay, what was they saying? Because I can't see the shit.
They was talking about how there's thousands of African Americans stranded over there. They went for a visit and they'd have no way to get back home and they've not been able to return and all of that stuff.
So what they saying that we stranded? They can't
Yeah.
return. Been multiple
It says
flights.
the U.S. government isn't helping them either. I know of a woman, Haitian, who said that the embassy in Haiti has been closed since December. She is trying to, well, she is trying to bring her child up.
Okay, well that's a Haitian.
But I'm saying
That's not
that person spoke on the person
American.
spoke
So I
on
don't know
the person spoke on African
why would the
Americans
U.S.
first.
government help a Haitian? Hold on. Why would the U.S. government help a Haitian get back from Ghana?
No, I'm
A
not saying that.
Haitian is not.
I'm talking about address the stranded African Americans. Because from what
That's what I'm
I'm
saying. So the
reading,
person
because
said,
I'm in a lot of their groups that I'm in a lot of international groups. A lot of the motherfuckers don't want to come back. They like fuck it. But I mean, there's a
okay,
outliner to
no,
every
we don't.
statement. But
Here's the thing. So the Black Americans that are in Ghana right now, the Black Americans that are in Ghana right now do not want to come back to the States because there have been ample opportunities. But I will say this: the opportunities before now has been very expensive. So, like for me, I have myself and my daughter here. So it would cost me about $6,000 to fly back one way to the States. I'm not spending that. I'm not spending that because for 6,000 US, I can live over here for a year and be good. You know what I'm saying? And just wait for the flights to get cheaper and make bread and then just come back when the flights is like $400. You know what I'm saying? Four, five hundred
hmm
dollars one way instead of
hmm
paying six
hmm
thousand. The other thing is the
hmm
person said that they know of a woman that's Haitian. Well, a Haitian is not a US citizen. So the US embassy is not going to help a Haitian. And even with the US embassy, it didn't matter if you were black, white, didn't matter your fucking color. Everybody had to pay the same $2,500 to fly back during the COVID. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of us rather had took that 2,500 and turn that into what's 25. Do the math. 2,500 times 5.7. That's how much
Hold
money
on.
you 2,500 times 5.7. So
Hold on.
you
I'm
you
on it.
can
Hold
live
on.
you can live better just
That's
chilling back.
13. That's 13,757 57 CD and 71 Peswa.
Yeah, so 30, you said 30, so what about 13,000 cities? You can live off
13,757 CD and 51 Peswa.
yeah, so you can live pretty decent for at least a year in Ghana off of that. So
Yes,
why
easy.
spend that and come back to the States when I could take half of that, pay my rent for a whole year, you know what I'm saying? Then take the other half and invest it into some land or something and create some income, and then I ain't gotta come back because it doesn't. And then I want y'all to understand, Ghana is one of the most expensive countries to live in Africa. You can live cheaper than Ghana. So if y'all thinking like, wow, you can go to Ghana and make your $1 equal $5.7 over year or CDs over
Go to
year.
Nigeria.
Yeah. But if you go to Nigeria, if you go to Tanzania, if you go to Botswana, if you go to Zambia, if you go to other countries, okay. So let me tell y'all how the currency go, just for those that don't know. The highest currency in the world is the Kuwaiti dinar. If y'all never heard of that, look it up. The Kuwaiti dinar. If y'all thought it was the pounds and the euros,
Uh, uh,
no, baby. No, baby.
uh,
The Kuwaiti dinar is the highest currency. One Kuwaiti dinar is like five US dollars. One of
right.
Kuwait dollars is five US
U.S.
dollars.
dollars.
So y'all do the math on the pounds and the euros. And then when you take that into Africa, like one Kuwaiti dollar or dinar is 18 point something cities. It goes way further. So now I understand why we have been at WAR with those type of countries. You know what I'm saying? So we're not gonna go into that. But yeah, so somebody that has that type of currency in Africa, you know, Ghana is one of the most expensive countries. But Ghana doesn't have the infrastructure that some of the other countries have, right?
Right.
Nigeria has a way better infrastructure than Ghana has, but the violence is the issue. So so what I would say, if niggas from LA, Miami, New York, niggas that's from the hood where they used to hearing gunshots and goddamn hood shit, they would do well in Nigeria. They would do well in Nigeria because the money goes way further. You're already used to nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? If you manage your business, and the thing with us being foreigners, being in Nigeria, they're not gonna fuck with us. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna fuck with us. So
Yeah, but
this is what I find on the continent of Africa. It's actually a plus being from America because even with me talking like this in Ghana or in Nigeria, they still know I'm a foreigner, even though I'm talking nigga talk. So when you hear all these uppity ass niggas on YouTube, oh y'all sound like niggas, y'all sound like bougie ass niggas. You come over here and talk like this, they don't understand what we saying. They
mm-mm.
don't understand what we saying, but they hear that we foreigners, right?
Uh-huh.
And they will cater
That
to
time in the
us.
botanical garden. That time in the botanical garden when that motherfucker asked us what
Girl.
language we were speaking.
Yeah, he was asking us what language we speaking. And me and Bella was like, yo, cuz, shawty, what's up? Blah, 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 blah. Talking like how we talking now, how everybody say we, oh, you so ghetto, you so ghetto. ghetto, oh, blah, blah, blah. They was like, yo, what language you speaking? We hear that you from America, but what language you speaking? Like, oh, this is the African American vernacular English. That's what it is. It's goddamn nigga speak, nigga talk, ebonics, nigga.
Bloody.
The Crocker call it ebonics. Somebody said I'm scared to death of Nigeria. I ain't used to none of that. Well, I don't know where you was raised at. You must have not been raised around black folk.
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying? You might have had the privilege of your parents moving you to the suburbs. So you're used to people speaking like this, and you're not used to, nigger speak. Um, so, I don't know. I don't know what to tell y'all. But if you talk like this, you can go to Nigeria and they not gonna fuck with you because you a foreigner. Let me tell y'all something. The self-hate is that real. Self-hate, y'all think self-hate real in America? Self-hate is even realer on the continent because when y'all bring y'all half brown faces, light skinned faces over and your voice, you could be dark as midnight. Soon as they hear you open your damn mouth, you is a quacker, and to them you is a quacker, you a black quacker, and they gonna cater to you. They gonna kiss your ass. That's the problem I have over here. It's like, yo, I'm not a cracker. I'm one of y'all. Like, but they still like cater to you. You know what I'm saying? Better like that. I don't know how to explain it, man.
See, I didn't have no type of problems, but I ain't bragging and shit.
Cause your ass brown, cause your ass got the caramel color, so you look more like them. You know, they call me white woman over here. I'm a white woman over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, even with me talking like this, they be confused because they be like expect me to be like, hello, how are you? Like, oh my god, oh yeah, Africa. But I be like, yo, what's up, y'all? What's up, Charlie? Hey, Quay. Hit that shit, hit all that shit. Be like, oh, I be like, it's a sand, boko, and I would swear, hit that shit. They be like, oh, they start laughing. And that's the other thing. When y'all come over here and you be speaking the language to them, they gonna laugh at you. So don't take it to offense that they laughing at you like you corny. Cause see, we'll take it as, oh, you laughing at me, my nigga. Like I'm trying, my nigga. You laughing at me? Like don't even get mad. Like they think it's cute. Is they laughing because they think it's cute? Like oh, look at them. They trying to speak the language. Like oh, that's cute. You know what I'm saying? And then they want to help you. Now on some cute shit like, oh, look at them. They trying to be like us. Like, no, it ain't nothing like that. But like, oh, they trying. Like, oh, just like how when we see them come over here and they be like, yo, what's up? And they be like, oh, shit, what you know about you know what I'm saying? When they know how to speak our language and shit, they be like, what's up? They dap us up. The same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, shit, nigga, what you know about that, nigga? What you know about the Tupac, nigga? When you hear girl, remember when we came to Ghana and they would say they was listening to Tupac, and we was like, "What y'all know about some goddamn Tupac?" Like, wait,
girl. No,
wait,
they still wear it. They be getting the nose ring and the damn bandana around their head, and I'm
30 years
like,
behind. 30 years
I
behind.
was like, what is this? What is this? What are you
Yeah,
doing?
they're the original gangsters. So it's like we got an opportunity to like correct that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Correct
nose
the whole
ring,
lot.
bandana, everything. I'm like, no,
Yeah, man, it's
no. Oh yeah, but I wanted to say this, but before I forget it, that same 2,500 that you was talking about in Ghana, uh, is 968,645.95 naira.
what you said what?
What?
That same 2,500 they was charging to come back is 968,645.95 naira.
So almost a million naira. It's almost a million
Yes.
naira. So
Yes,
basically,
ma'am.
y'all can have $2,700 and be a millionaire in Nigeria. So you can
Yeah.
take your tax return because most chicks get like what 6, 7, 8, 9, $10,000 on their tax return.
Mm.
So they would have this, the most expensive part would be the flight. But if you was able to take that whole 10 grand to Nigeria, you'll be a millionaire. You'll be a millionaire in Nigeria. Easy.
Yeah, let me do
And
the
because
numbers
that's
right
how we
quick.
talk. And
Three.
somebody said they need to learn to talk
That's three point
like learn
eight.
how to they talk like Hillary Banks. Your Hillary Banks talk is gonna be an advantage to you on the continent. Unfortunately, and fortunately, your Hillary Banks accent is going to be an advantage on the continent because they're gonna be confused. They're gonna see your black face, and then you talking like a cracker, and they gonna, you're a foreigner. You're a foreigner. Straight up, you're a foreigner. Like anytime a Kenyan or Zimbabwean or somebody from another country comes into another country, they're foreigners too. Y'all don't forget that. So when Nigerians and people from Mali and South Africa and other countries come into Ghana or come into Nigeria or whatever, if you not from that country, you was a foreigner. If even if you from the Ivory Coast and you slide into Ghana, that's right next door. Or if you from Togo, that's right on the other side next door, and you slide right into Ghana, you still a foreigner. You're a foreigner, straight up. That's a retarded shit though. That's some other shit. And the United States of coon America. Coon America. United States of coon America. Hello? Y'all still there? Y'all
Yeah,
gotta
we're
let
Uh-huh.
me
still
know if
here.
y'all
We're
still there,
still
man.
Yeah.
Cause my
yeah.
network, man. My network, man. I need to know when y'all go quiet. I be thinking my network went down.
Yeah.
Uh,
The network ain't easy. We need STEM. All these sissy bim ass niggas be talking about STEM, 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 STEM. Bring your STEM ass to the continent and build a better fucking network because
right,
like man, the network was tripping all day today. Today I was getting messages from yesterday that I never
right.
got. From
Mm.
yesterday. You
But
know what I'm saying?
Leave your Walmarts and your Costco's and your uh Sam's Clubs right here where they at. Cause we ain't trying to build no little America. We're just trying to improve what we got.
Mhm.
That's
Okay?
it.
Thank you.
That's it. I got somebody ready to give me some cauliflower. And I'm like, cauliflower, I ain't never brought no fresh cauliflower. Like, I only had the frozen cauliflower. What supposed to do with that? Now I gotta make
Well,
a cheese sauce and
Okay.
with the
Or you
broccoli I done
can
found.
or you
Like,
can stick it in a well, I don't know if that you have Ziploc bag, put a little oil, season it up, and bake it.
steam it. Yeah,
Bake
I'm
it.
gonna steam it. Oh, you talking about the bake bag, the bake bags? No, we ain't got them over here, but I
No,
did
no,
bring
no, no, no.
Ziploc bags. That's one thing that's
No,
on
no, no.
my
I
list to
mean,
bring.
no, no. I mean, you use the Ziploc bags just to oil your cauliflower, or you could just drizzle it on and chop it up, drizzle it on there, season it with salt, pepper. Or you can go buffalo and do a hot sauce, red pepper marinade, and have it spicy as
What?
well as seasoned.
huh?
Look at Chef
Cauliflower?
Dame. Look at Chef
Yeah,
Dame.
Hold on,
yeah.
Dame. You about to open up a restaurant over here, girl. Oh, you said the magical words spicy and spiced
Right,
up and spicy and spiced up.
Salt,
right.
Everybody is like,
pepper,
what? 'Cause when I
spicy.
was talking about cheese and all that, motherfuckers like, yo, what the fuck? But as soon as you said spicy and spiced up,
Hmm. And
motherfuckers' ears
you put it
like,
on a
huh?
cookie sheet. You just
What?
put it on a flat sheet and bake it in the oven. Shooks.
We had to
Yeah,
Uh
roast them over here.
oh. Uh
I ain't
we'll
oh.
got
roast
access
it.
to an oven.
Whatever.
Had to roast.
Roast. Hmm. Oh yeah, it's is
So,
very good
so,
with
hey,
that.
Bella, what if we do the cauliflower like Kelly Willy? What if we do the cauliflower like Kelly Willy? How they take
You talking
the
about with
red
the
Scotch
fried?
bonnets, grind it down,
Oh,
the fried plantain, and yeah, because what they do is they take the red Scotch bonnets and grind it down into like a paste, and then they roll the plantain in that, and then they fry it and with some other shit, and it be the sweetness from the plantain and the spicy from the Scotch bonnets. So what if we was to do cauliflower like that? Take cauliflower, roast it the same way they do Kelly Willy.
yeah. That sounds like it'd be good.
Hmm. Just spicy, sweet. With cauliflower, we probably have to put a little brown sugar in it because uh, cauliflower ain't sweet, and plantain has a sweetness to it like banana. So we throw some brown sugar in there, mix it in, grind it with the Scotch bonnets, and roast that shit.
Mm.
Man, that might be some little candy,
I'm
maybe
not-
some spicy candy we can sell over here. What if we what if we drown? What if we drown and then sell them in the states? We can dry spicy
yeah,
cauliflower, spicy, and sell it in the Whole Foods or our own
mm,
Whole Foods, black owned Whole Foods.
yeah.
Oh, see, and
It might be
I
nice.
had a
Got to
great
try
aunt
it first.
who used cauliflower as a substitute for potato and make
Hey, you
potato
just gave
salad.
me an idea on the low. We could do that, like sell organic chips and shit, like them
Mm.
little plantain chips and like all them little chips they make out of vegetables. Sell that shit straight from
Yeah,
Africa.
yeah.
We turn into a
Dry
I,
commercial.
everything.
I got a I got
Trail mix.
a question.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
What's that?
so one of the comments was about welcoming areas. So what is the best places you think that African Americans, if they visiting trying to find somewhere to place roots, put down roots or whatever, what do you think is the best regions, areas to be in?
Well, I've only been in Ghana, so I can say if you come to
No, well,
Ghana,
I meant
most
Ghana. I meant
black.
Ghana. I'm sorry, but best regions in Ghana.
Well, the best region for I think that Black Americans should be in is the Central region.
Right.
It's the Central region. You know what I'm saying? Because they cater to us more in the Central region for cheaper. A lot of us move
Mm,
into Accra. Accra is like moving into a baby New York. Like not a full fledged New York because Lagos, Nigeria is the full fledged New York, like on 1,000. You know what I'm saying? Like Lagos, Nigeria is New York City on 1,000. You know what I'm saying? But
Damn.
uh people moving to Accra will be like New York on 100. You know what I'm saying? On 100. I would suggest moving to the central region, but you're gonna need money because you're gonna need to buy land, you need to build your own shit because the central region is not really that developed, but majority of us are in the central region for some reason. Like we all spread out, Black Americans are all spread out throughout the country of Ghana. But what I find is most of us are in the central region because they cater to us in the central region. And I wouldn't even say they cater to Black Americans. They're catering to foreigners, period.
period.
So so you're gonna find your Alfredo sauce, but you're gonna pay
Hmm.
$6 for a fucking jar of Alfredo sauce. You know what I'm saying? And they don't have
Yeah,
Parmesan cheese. Cheese, like if you love cheese, you're gonna have an issue here. Cheese is
yeah.
very expensive.
They
You
don't really
know,
eat it because they don't really eat it.
mm. But you know what I'm thinking? Like maybe the francophone countries. I bet you they got more cheese because they French. They got that French cheese.
Like Cote
I bet you we can
d'Ivoire
find
shit.
what we need.
I was just gonna say
Yeah,
that Cote
so
d'Ivoire.
maybe we need to look into Ivory Coast into importing some shit that they might got there because they got
The type of
But they
people.
more
probably got
practice.
that stinking shit. They probably got that brie and what's that start with a W? That shit stink. Um it's good though. I ain't gonna lie, but that shit is who you gotta get past you gotta get past the
Okay.
smell first. You
Oh,
gotta get past the smell first. But that shit is woo one of them numbers like oh but you know that cheese, that sharp cheese, when it hits you in that spot
hold
behind your
on, hold on,
ear.
hold
Like,
on. I gotta give a special shout out. I gotta give a special shout out to Black Woman Spirit. Black Woman Spirit is in the house. Shout out to her. I'm glad you came through, sister. Because usually this is ladies' night. You know what I'm saying? So please come up on the panel. We would love to hear your feedback. This, even though this is a special edition of Gangster Talk, but usually ladies' night is done tonight. So Black Women's Sphere, if if you will bless us with your presence on the panel, we would love to hear your feedback on what you're hearing tonight. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Black Women's Sphere. But y'all go ahead what y'all was saying. I just want to give a special
oh
shout
no, I
out
was
to
just
everybody.
talking about how the cheese be hitting you from that little spot up under your back of your ear when it make you do one of
No,
them.
she don't hit that part. It's the stretchy. It's the stretchy. It's the stretchy that I missed. The cheese when you
Mozzarella.
lift that motherfucker up and
Mozzarella,
that bitch stretch,
The
no,
mozzarella.
that motherfucker
no,
stretch like New York shit. Bitch
mm-mm,
stretch.
mm-mm,
Y'all
mm-mm.
look y'all in America miss the stretchy cheese. See y'all forget how cheese stretch. This cheese is supposed to stretch. When you pull that bitch up, it's supposed to stretch and pop and be hanging down and burn the roof of your mouth like Nas said. You know what I'm saying? Burn the roof of your mouth. You know what I'm saying? And in America, the cheese don't do that no more. You know what I'm saying? When the last time y'all had some Papa John's or some Pizza Hut that burn the roof of your mouth? You know what I'm saying? We need that type of cheese. And in Africa, oh man, I'm telling y'all, if y'all love cheese, man, we got to figure out a way how to get this cheese, man. Cause I need y'all to send me some goddamn American cheese so I can make me a cheeseburger. I got everything else I need to make a cheeseburger except American cheese. That's it. And I can put cheddar on it. It's okay.
Okay, you're
I
gonna
need
have to
American cheese.
send me how I'm gonna send the address to address it to you later. If I'm sending you
You
American
have to
cheese.
send it on. You gonna have to send it on dry ice, cause this is gonna be a nasty processed mess by the time it get here. You know what I'm saying? Processed mess, for real. So, what else y'all want to talk about as far as Africa? Because there are, man.
Well, Black Woman Spears on the panel.
What's up, sis?
Hey y'all. Hey everybody. How y'all doing tonight? I just wanted to
Man,
tell the
Good
channel
good night.
holder. I've been a sub for a while, so I watch, but I like to watch a lot of things silently because my opinion is pretty controversial, so a lot of people be opposed to the things that I say. So, but I've been a supporter for a while, so I've been watching.
Mhm.
that's what's up, though.
That's what's up. Thanks, Black Woman Spirit. I appreciate that.
No problem. So what's the conversation tonight? What we talking about? Because I just stepped in.
Well,
The
the
effects of
original.
negative propaganda.
Oh, I have plenty to say about that. So are we talking about negative propaganda for black folks or like what's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
demographic?
black folks, yeah.
Okay, so politics, right?
All of it, all of
All
it.
of it.
Okay, so right now for me, the negative propaganda that I wish that black people would kind of move away from is the whole idea of being a Democrat.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
I really don't
Thank
feel
you.
like it benefits us a whole lot. And I think, that whole
At
song and
all.
dance and singing hymns and holding pinkies and skipping through the sunset isn't
Right.
getting us anywhere. And I feel like, there is a whole message behind the hold on for a second, my son. What's up, babe? Cookie Monster? Cookie Monster. So I feel like the whole movement behind being, I guess, what you could proclaim to be pro-black, is based behind the pro-black male movement, as opposed to what actually happens with the women and children. And I believe that doesn't get coagulated enough with all of us to make us a whole and a unit. And that problem is what's holding us back. We are focused a lot on what happens to our men, and we're not focused on the position that our men have and how it's affecting the women and the children, and how it's affecting the mentality and the emotional stability of the women and children. If not, if anything, the women are being criticized and ridiculed for having emotional problems, for breaking down, for not being, as set as society would say that we're supposed to be as far as women. There's a standard and a box that every woman is placed in. And unfortunately, Black women don't meet the criteria for that because of the position we're in the community. So I think that if we could just take ourselves away from being so liberal and so giving to everything as people, we could get ahead a little bit more, because we're focusing on who the person is as opposed to what the policies are. As for instance, Trump. Everyone hates Trump. They call him a
Right.
racist, but they aren't looking at the policies. And I think that a lot of Black people have a difficult time with doing that. They're told, and they don't even realize they're being told. They don't
Right.
even realize they're being led. There is a huge agenda to lead Black people into being Democrats, because guess who it benefits more? White
White
people.
folks.
And I don't think Black people really take the time and do the just due to educate themselves and realize that you're not
Exactly.
benefiting from this. You're not benefiting from this. The community isn't benefiting from this. And I think that if we just took the time to talk to each other and realize what we are really doing, and not get so emotional about everything, because everything in the Black community is based off emotion, because that's what we're triggered by. We're triggered by our ancestors and things that our ancestors went through. So when we see
Right.
anything that looks what similar to that, we're triggered by it. And if you think white people aren't behind the media and what happens to trigger us, to keep us in that slavery mentality and to keep us there, you're wrong. They keep us there for a reason.
And that's what I'll be trying to tell people. Like the fact of the matter is, like, you are connected to the all, right, as a melanated being. Uh, them being not melanated beings means that they're not connected to anything. You understand? They are literally here to cause havoc. They are here to make your life harder. That's literally what they are here for. You generate the reality. You generate the reality. So by manipulating you, they manipulate the reality. So if people just took the time to step back and educate themselves, and took the time to stop talking about each other and start talking to each other, we'd be in a lot better place. Because the problem is we're coming to conclusions without talking to each other. We're just rushing to these conclusions. We're taking our pain, our suffering, no matter where it's coming from, and throwing it at each other. If we were to take all that energy and to devote it to something that was productive and getting us out of this rut that we're in, then we'd be much better for it. And I just feel like time has to be took to educate them, to educate. You understand what I'm saying? You got to educate yourself. Stop being so
Yeah.
emotional, and look at the logic behind things. Look at what makes sense. You understand what I'm saying? It does not make sense to let your emotions control your judgment. It does not make any sense. You will lose the war that way. You will lose every time.
And I'm sorry, y'all. I had to go out and come back in. I lost my sound for a little bit, but I really feel like we need to take a deeper look at politics. That's something I've been studying for the past year, just based off of some influences, some friends and everything like that. Because I used to ignore politics. I used to ignore it. I didn't feel like it benefited me in any type of way. I was privy to it because my father is an activist, but so I knew a lot about it, but I just kind of lost this interest just based off of the immoral compass that kind of follows politics and everything. But, just recently I've gotten back into it, started looking at the policy, seeing what benefits Black people, especially Black women, because that's where I face my focus. But I really saw that being a Democrat is it's just a lie. It's just a lie that we've been being told for a very long time. And I've
Right.
always felt kind of uncomfortable with the position that Obama took and how passive he was, because I
Exactly.
understand that he was met with opposition. I get that. I get that he has to go through a chain of commands to get things. I understand that. But at the same time, there was an appeasing nature of him that I didn't really feel too comfortable with as a Black woman. And this is where my issues and my anger with Black men as far as a collective comes from. A lot of people that come to my channel, she hates Black men. She hates Black men. No, I don't hate them. I just choose to point out areas of concern where they need to grow. And this is where they need to grow. If they aren't willing to take these positions in politics and Congress and doing all the needed work to get us as the women and children out of a position of leadership, because we don't really want to be there. I think I can almost speak for most Black women. We don't want to be in positions where we are standing in the front of the lines every time some rogue cop shoots you. We don't really want to be there, because where does that take us away from? That takes us away from who's lesser than us, which is the children. So it's like all of these steps that are being taken away from us, you gotta know that it's strategically planned to be this way. It's strategically planned for us to always take the back seat and be on the back burner. It is planned and it is working. And we are just going along and advocating in that sense without actually taking a step back and looking at why we found ourselves in this position. How do we find ourselves here? Nobody's doing the work to see how we found ourselves here. Why
Nobody's
are Black
using
women
common
angry?
sense.
Ho,
Nobody's
ho, ho,
using
ho,
sense.
ho, ho, hold on,
What?
hold on. I got a couple questions.
Yeah.
So, first of all, when you say our position in the community, what position are we supposed to have?
I
Then,
think women
then,
are supposed to have I think women are supposed to have their first position, their first natural born position outside of just interest and ideas is definitely their family. That's everybody's first born position. But what I think is that Black women have taken on a stronger position than needed necessary in certain situations, and it's because of the position our men have took. And I'm not
oh, whoa, whoa, whoa,
exactly,
whoa,
yeah, I'm not
whoa,
okay with
whoa,
that.
whoa. Let's back it up. Our men and us didn't take up those positions. We had no choice.
No, we had a choice. We
No,
just
we
chose
didn't
not
have
to
a
take it.
choice. We, we,
Why
we
we
didn't have
didn't?
a
Tell me why
choice.
we didn't.
We didn't have a choice because,
Tell
first of
me why we
all,
didn't. Tell me
I
why we
am, and I'm
didn't.
gonna need you to bring your voice down because all
No,
I
I'm
said
just
was
want to
we
know why
did,
we didn't.
and
That's
I'm
what I
about
want
to
to
get
know. Because
into it.
fear
I'm
would
about
be
to
the
get
only
into it.
reason.
All
I'm
right,
about
all
to get
right, all
into it.
right,
Was
all
the
right.
fear wasn't the only reason. It was because of the positions that the cracker put us in. Because this is their country, their world. We just live in it. It
And who
started
gave them
more than
that world?
likely
Because it
into.
was ours
Could
first.
you? Could you?
Mhm.
We didn't get them nothing. They gained it through fighting and blood and violence. Because
And
that's the
that's what
language.
I'm
Can you
saying.
let
So
me
we
finish? Because
didn't
I let you
fight. We
talk.
didn't
I let
fight.
you talk. I let you talk
No,
for
Oh
actually,
about
you
my
cut
almost
me
God.
10
off
minutes.
before I could finish. You stopped
But
me
you
before I
was
could finish,
already talking.
actually.
But you was already talking.
But I
So,
wasn't done.
um, but you
You
said enough
declared that
though.
for me to be done.
You said enough though. So I need to
No, in your
clarify some
opinion, I
things.
said enough.
I
In
need
your
to
opinion, I said
clarify.
enough.
Yes, because I need to clarify some things
Cause
before
you
we
got
go any
triggered
further.
because your black son was talked about. But we not gonna
Look
do
here,
that.
look here, girl. I don't even
Wait,
have
Girl,
no
hold on,
sons.
hold on, no, 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 no,
I
no,
don't
girl.
no,
have
no, 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 no.
no
Oh
This is
God.
Okay,
sons.
gangster talk.
I
Well,
have
stop. Hold on.
daughters, and I'm trying to
okay,
ask
so
you
let
a
me finish
question.
before
So,
No,
you
because you
start and
said
cut me
enough.
off.
You
you both
said
of them.
No,
enough.
you
Dang.
can't be
You
the one to say I
said
said enough,
enough that
babe.
I need
Okay,
to
okay. Hold
clarify
on, hold
Alright,
on,
some
You
hold on.
things
can't be
before
the
we
one
go
to
ladies,
any
say I said
further.
ladies,
enough.
You
ladies,
both of them.
ladies,
You
For
both of
me
them.
to
You
Ladies,
be
both of
able,
them.
I
ladies,
need to clarify
Stop it.
some
down.
things before you
ladies.
go any
This is gangster
further.
talk.
No, you need to let me finish before you go further.
But you said enough for me to
No,
need some
to you,
clarification.
I said
Because
enough,
if
but
you
I wasn't
continue,
done, babe.
because if you continue talking and I don't understand the points that you already said, then if the rest of that shit is gonna go out the side of my head because you
Well,
ain't making no
you can't
sense.
retain thought.
So yeah, I can retain plenty of
Okay,
thoughts.
well, let me finish.
Lord, let me.
Let,
You know what?
Bella, let her finish. 'Cause
Lord, child,
the thing, y'all. Hold
You
on.
got to call
This
on
is
the
gangster
Lord for a
talk.
simple conversation,
This
girl.
Lord, child,
hold on.
You might not
Let
need
me
to
say
be
something.
Lord,
panel.
Hold
child,
on. Can y'all hear me?
Lord,
Can y'all hear
child.
me?
I hear
Can y'all
you.
not hear
I
me?
can hear
Yeah,
you.
we can
Can
I
hear
hear
y'all
you.
hear
you. I
me?
hear you. I
I
hear
She's
mean, cause
you.
I'm
singing
a
her
little
spiritual
gangster talk.
hymns to save her.
I ain't
Exactly.
taking
So
no
I
hymns, bitch. So you
And
can
y'all
cut
yo,
that
stop. No,
shit
no,
ladylike.
no,
right
no, no, no,
there.
no,
Y'all
no, 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 no.
ladylike.
We're not
Calm down,
doing
calm
that.
down.
We're not
Y'all
doing
All
that.
right,
We're not
ladylike.
doing
all
that.
right, all right,
How
all right.
Excuse
beautiful.
me. Excuse me. Do I need to hit the
How
mute button
beautiful.
on everybody? Hold on. I invited Black Woman Sphere up here to talk, but also we're gonna have a civil conversation. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be, that's why I love Gangster Talk. Gangster Talk is for people to have opposing opinions. But what we're not going to do is talk over each other and not hear each other out. You know what I'm saying? So Black Woman Sphere is a guest here. We're going to listen to her talk and then we will rebut. We're all adults here. So we're not going to call each other out our names. We're not going to do any of that. You know what I'm saying? Let's have a civilized conversation. You know what I'm saying? Because we have a guest here and I want to hear everybody's point of view. So, Black Woman Spear, go ahead what you were saying.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna excuse her calling me a bitch and just forget about that. But like I was saying, my thing is this. When it comes to this whole position that black women take with the whole fighting and marching, I just don't feel comfortable with black women doing that because then we have the same black men turning around calling black women ratchet, ghetto, masculine, unfeminine, and all of these things. And see, she literally just perpetuated what I be saying. It's like whenever you hear a opposing view of black men, and it's not me even saying I hate black men because I have black sons. So what I'm saying is this: stop coddling black men. Stop holding their hand through every single situation and let them stand up to be men. If they can have the opportunity to do that, then we can have the opportunity to regain certain things. Her saying that, oh, why did they fall in this position? It's because the white man put us here. Okay, so you willingly allowed that to happen. Because when you willingly allow, when you're not ready to die for your rights and you scared and you afraid, then of course it's going to be easy for any race to walk in and take control and dominate you. And that's basically what happened. So for her to say, oh no, that's not true, it was the white man, he did it. So is the white man more powerful than the black man? Because that's ultimately that's what you're saying. Because at a point in time, it was us against them. Black men just chose to bow down, in my opinion, because ain't no way in the world they could have fought them. They could have stood up for themselves. They could have fought back, but they chose not to. And it's literally that simple to me in my eyes. But I'm gonna let her go ahead and explain away why they chose to lay down.
First of all, I wasn't going to say they chose to lay down. But anybody that doesn't understand the system that we live in of white supremacy and point fingers, you talking about what I'm perpetuating, what do you perpetuate? Because what I was going to say is that this is by design. This is a system that we live in. We're just guests in that system. subjugated in that system. And it all started around the time that Martin Luther King was killed and they deindustrialized the city centers, which took away the jobs. Then they took the trades out of the high schools. So you can no longer get out of high school with a trade and get a job.
at all.
Around that same time they started promoting us going to school. So once they took away, they deindustrialized the city centers. Around about 10 years later, no jobs, no trades. They
But
dropped crack into our
right,
neighborhoods. So you then had a choice to either sell it or take it. And we all know on this phone, as anybody that was in the 70s, 80s, and lived through that time, what happened with that. So then all of our men, then the crime bills and all of that shit started to come into play. And then our men was swept away into the prison system, which left us alone to raise the family.
and I wanted to say this.
And
I don't understand why like the option got to be like death. You understand what I'm saying? As a man, because like if I die, I can't protect y'all. If I'm dead, you understand what I'm saying? So a lot of times you have people just like you make certain decisions to take it to keep your kids safe or your family safe. We make the same decisions. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't always the right idea to go charging in head first into bullets. That
Okay,
makes
well
no sense.
let me just say this. Let me just give y'all a little bit of history. Do
Oh
y'all
my
know who sold us
God.
into slavery? Your
Yeah, I do.
mammyism is really reading real strong right now. Just
Yeah, I
listen
do.
instead of getting so upset. Like, do you know
what's
who
that?
sold us into slavery first?
The Arabs.
Black men. Mm.
The Arabs.
The
No,
Arab.
black men sent us first.
The
Black men
Arab.
sent the women first. Do your
So
history. Black
there
men
wasn't
sent us first.
a Arab slave trade. If you want to say first, you saying first. First is the Arab. If you want to do first, and they use the mulatto.
No, they didn't.
Uh,
Black
yes, they
men.
did.
Okay, baby. Can I
Obayana,
finish my thought
Obayana,
before you cut me
Yeah,
off? You
Obayana.
so
yeah,
hurt by what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
I'm not hurt.
Can I? Okay,
I'm
well
not
let me
hurt.
finish. You keep
yeah.
I'm not
cutting me
hurt.
off.
It's
I'm
okay.
not
It's
You
hurt.
okay,
keep
y'all. It's
cutting me
okay,
off,
y'all.
baby girl.
It's okay.
I'm not
It's
hurt.
okay.
It's
So,
no hurt
Goodness
here.
gracious.
It's no
Okay,
hurt
so
here.
Okay, so my position is this. As much as you want to make a lot of excuses for them, at the end of the day, those same excuses, you can verify it. You can look at it on both ends. Okay, so he just openly stated why you gotta die for it. Anything work in this America. Men have had to die for it in order to get laws and things passed. That is just history. Every man has been willing to die for what they believe in, but for some reason, black men like, why we gotta die for
so
these
check this
bitches
out.
and
Check
these
this out.
children? Let
So
me
check this out.
finish.
All right.
Let me finish because you just stated that, and I was getting there, so I was happy you said it out your own mouth before I had to say it, because maybe she'll
Okay.
believe now.
Go ahead.
The men literally state first, why do I have to die for you? Okay, that is traditionally what should happen for rights to be legislated for certain races and cultures. If you're not willing to die for it, then of course other races of men are going to dominate you in that area because you showing you're weak and you're afraid and you scared to step out there and die for your country and the people who are accessible to you and who build for you and who are going to continue to keep building for you and your culture and your race. If you're not willing to die for what you believe in, what the fuck? Why are we begging white men to
All
die
right.
for black men? Come on, that don't even make
So
sense.
so check this out,
I
right?
agree with that.
Yeah.
So check this out,
I
right?
agree with that.
So it's like this. Have we not already been dying? Did we not die all throughout the slave trade? Did we
Yeah, I
not
want to
That's
check
die
this
all
because
out
they
real
was
quick.
throughout?
killing
You
your
understand
ass.
what I'm
You
saying?
wasn't
Did we not
fighting.
die
Let
all
me
throughout
jump in.
Reconstruction? Did we not
Oh
die
Lord, because
all?
they was
They
killing
can
you.
pass whatever law they want to, and they still killing us as if nothing ever happened. So what am I laying my life down for? You're not playing fair. Whether I fight you, Whether I give up, whether I try to be nice, whether no matter what I have done, it has equaled the same thing.
But that's
Me
what she.
dead.
But wait a minute. That's what she means, right? If you're going to lay down, you may as well fight. Not fighting at all, you're just going to be subjugated.
Listen, the point is this: you were subjugated from the beginning. There wasn't
Well,
a time where you
if you
wasn't.
don't fight, they're going to kill you anyway. So you may as well not
Exactly.
fight.
So that's what I'm saying. So I'm saying like, what exactly are we fighting? We're just dying.
You're fighting for your freedom. You're fighting to get things
No, you're
changed.
not. You're just dying because nothing is changing. They just fucking kill you and then they just fucking move on.
No, some things have
What
got
has
some
changed?
things have
What
got
has
to change.
changed? Are we
Okay,
still
so
getting
what do you
killed like
suggest?
dogs in
What
the
do you
street or what?
suggest? Okay, then what do you suggest? Because you can't reason with them. You
You
can't talk
understand
to
what I'm
their
saying?
attitude.
You know what I suggest? I suggest we get the fuck out of America.
And we get other problems on the other side of the man. We got other problems we got to deal with on the other side. So if niggas in America hate being niggas and hate living a nigga life, Africa ain't for you. I'll tell you that right now. So if you like
If
having
you have,
your fancy shit
have
and being able to have people cater to you and be able to get what you want and do what you want anytime you want, as long as you got money, stay
let
your
me
ass
say
in
this.
America because Africa, you can still get what you want when you got money and shit, but
Yeah,
you got to jump through
let me
some
say this
hoops
real
and do
quick,
some
right?
different things, man. So now you
Can
got
y'all
to
hear me? Can y'all hear me?
live a different life because in America, I'm a nigga. But in Africa, I'm a white woman. I
Well,
told y'all
let me
that
say this.
before.
Let me say this.
She said she a
I'm a
white
white.
woman.
I'm a white
Real
woman
quick.
in Africa. I'm a white woman.
Hey, can y'all hear me? Can you hear me, Lucy?
Yeah,
Can y'all hear me? Let me say this real
yeah.
quick, right? It don't matter where you go. If you have a reputation of being a coward, it's gonna follow you wherever you go, and people are gonna
Facts.
try you wherever you go. So if you're not standing up for yourself here, right? Then how are you going to do it somewhere else? Because you're going to be met with the same opposition because you have a reputation of being a coward and not fighting back. You
That's
think
true.
other people ain't
Do
going to
y'all
try it?
really think? Do y'all really think if every single black person got on board right now and fought back, that we would lose?
No, we wouldn't lose if we fought back as a collective. No, we wouldn't lose. No, we wouldn't because we outnumber every other
Yeah,
population
I was
of
saying.
people
So with all
globally.
this death, right? What has changed? All
But
they
we
did is
scared though.
modernize the slavery.
You got niggas praying to white Jesus. You got niggas praying to black Jesus. You got niggas praying to Allah and all these other
Yeah,
things.
but that's not just. But I'm
And
talking about specifically the shit that was said about the black men bowing down. Because if we want to talk about religion, that's everybody. So you know what I'm saying?
man, let
I'm
me say
talking
this:
about a whole just.
black man is more fucked up in Africa than he is in America. He's more
Mm.
fucked up in Africa than he is in America. And the
You
thing
said what?
is, though, the black man is more fucked up on the continent of Africa than he is in America. Because at
You
least
think
in
they more
America,
whitewashed over
you can
there?
get a huh?
You think they more whitewashed over there?
I think we're whitewashed in different aspects. We're both whitewashed. We're both
Right,
colonized by the European, just in different degrees. See, us in America, we
right,
got our backs beat out. They didn't get their backs beat out in Africa because there's too
right.
many of them. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't beat their backs out
We
like
were
they did us
brutalized.
in America. Small population of us, so they brutalized us. But them, they did the mind trick, the mind fuckery on them.
But see, I
They
don't
You know
know
what
did
I'm
who
both
saying?
that
to
So
was
us.
even with us coming
agreeing.
from Black America,
I don't
huh?
know who that was agreeing with me, the man, when I was talking about laying down. It's like every time I try and have that conversation, I am met with opposition. So I'm used to it. I'm used to it. I understand. But it
No, I
because
have a
it's a
disagreement with
different. But I really feel like I just feel like black men gave up somewhere along the way. And I think that as the leaders of the community, it affects the mind state of everybody. And it
does.
trickles down. You know what I'm saying? It
It
trickles
does.
down.
It does.
And it's like when I talk about that, it's not to sometimes I do get angry and I can be a little bit off course. I agree with that. But at the same time, the anger is from a place of passion. It's not just there for no reason. It's me being upset that you have that mentality like, what I'm supposed to do, how I'm supposed to.
Right.
Do you understand what makes it so difficult for you to love? How can a woman love you when you what I'm supposed to do?
Okay, so let me ask you this, black woman still, because this is also ladies' night, and I want to
that
say
was
again, I
powerful right
love
there.
that you. Hold on, bro. I want to say that I love that you up here because I've been wanting to get you and Cindy over here on ladies' night. But this is a special edition of Gangsta Talk, which is my show, but we're doing it in the place of ladies' night. So actually, it's a combo of the two. And I'm glad you're here because I agree with what you're saying. I agree with it because when you look at the black man, it's like now with me being overseas and seeing the black man in America and then seeing the black man in Africa, it's like, yo, what in the fuck, man? Like, bruh, like we fucked up in the West, we fucked up on the continent, and with me being a woman, what do you want me to do? Because if I gotta go out here and fight, if I gotta swing the machete, if I gotta pop the pistol, then what do I need you for? You know what I'm saying? Like what? Cause oh, so I need your sperm to make a baby. Okay, I need your sperm to make a baby. Okay, I could pay you for that. I could pay you for that. Cause you fucked up in the game, so I could pay you for that. You know what I'm saying? You come over here, drop off your load. I got the baby. You go on about your business, and I do what I need to do and create warriors. But then you got these other group of niggas, these sister beyond bitches that say we can't raise black men to be warriors and be men and stuff like that. Okay, well, what do you want us to do? Because
I
if
didn't.
we can't raise, if the black woman can't raise, hold on, bro. If the black woman cannot raise the black man to be a warrior, even though black women naturally warriors, even though we're not, I'm not gonna say we're not supposed to be because I've read some history in Africa where black women ran everything and the
That's what
niggas
I was
was
gonna
just
get at.
the war. The niggas was the soldiers, and the black women ran everything, and the niggas was the soldiers because you're built to fight wars. We are not structurally DNA structurally built to fight wars, but you are. That's why you got the muscles and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? If we gotta fight the wars and feed the children, birth the children, take care of the children, do all that, like what the fuck we need you for? You know what I'm saying? So when I look at black men in America and I look at black men on the continent, it's like, yo, these crackers. I'm not the type of person to blame it on each other. I'm looking at this fucking cracker because this cracker is the one that has put
Exactly.
us in this fucking position where our men are put on
Exactly.
the bottom and the black women are raised to this position.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So did they take advantage of how our structure used to be, flipped it for a couple of hundred
Exactly.
years, and
Hell yeah.
now,
But
we
see,
You
realize
okay,
speak
that
so
on it.
Bella,
That's what I
Bella
was gonna
B,
get to. That's
Bella,
what I was gonna get to.
Y'all
that's
was
I'm
the
gonna ask
center
Bella
of
B. Was you the one
everything.
I was arguing with? Mm.
Yes, you
Oh,
was. And that's what I was
all
gonna
right.
get to. We come from traditionally a matriarchal system. It was a give and take. And like Lucy just
Exactly.
said, they flipped us on our head, then flipped us back, and we're in animosity when really we're low key kind of living the matriarchal systems that we used to. The only thing is that
iniquities. Ain't that what
like
the Bible
somebody
said? That
said,
stupid ass Bible said we will be in iniquity
yeah,
with each
and
other.
that too. I want
Ain't
to
that
take
what
the
the Bible
record face
said?
when I say I want to set that straight too with Black Woman's Fear. When I say, "Ooh Lord, ooh Jesus," fuck Jesus. He can sit on it and spin. It is a saying to me, and I don't mean nothing else. So don't say I'm singing no hymns. But anyway, um, that's what they did. We're low key, but the only thing the difference is now is that,
So
like I was talking about when they brought the crack in, they dissected us and de-instructional. I know I'm saying that word wrong. Y'all don't kill me for it, but they broke us down and then they gave the woman the lead. And we have animosity for that because our men coming from the patriarchal system. Because at the same time that they broke us down from our matriarchal systems, they fed us a patriarchal system. Then
They
they low
taught
key
you in
snuck. Then they low key snuck the matriarchal system back on us, and we're at animosity with each other because we don't know how to live it no more. Because we was at a matriarchal system, then we was fed a patriarchal system, and then we was given no choice but to live a matriarchal system again, but we don't have the right tools. We don't have our men because most of them sitting up in jail, they fucked up in the head, and all types
Fat,
of shit.
sissy fat, then a motherfucker.
It's like this.
Because if
Yeah,
you can
they
see
Like
fucked
kind of like
up.
what Bella
niggas
said.
whine
Like
So
over
we
here,
cannot
we
just
came
blame
from
them. We can't
shit.
just blame
These niggas wearing
ourselves.
some
We
wild ass
cannot just
shit over
blame
this
them.
motherfucker.
I
Hmm.
know. And that right there, we can get into all of that. We could talk about the science. Me and Lucy could talk about the science of it. How I forgot his last name, that black doctor that found them insecticides they use on the food promotes homosexual behavior in animals. We want to go down this
And
motherfucking rabbit hole. We can go down this
dude,
motherfucking
that's
rabbit
what I
hole.
mean.
Everything wrong
It's
with us as a people goes right straight back to that motherfucking cracker. So we can sit here and point fingers at each other, who did, who shoulda, coulda, woulda. But like you said, and you said it yourself, we're not looking at what got us here. So how could you say we're not looking at what got us here and then start blaming each other at the same fucking time? What got us here was this
it's
motherfucking
not
cracker, that beast, that
right.
parasite, that cave dweller. So we're gonna be upset with anybody. We be upset with them first, and then we start coming with solutions when we first can
Like
encompass everything that
like
was done to us
earlier,
in the
right?
first place.
yeah.
Okay, can I
Oh
say
yeah,
something
let
now?
I think
Go
Black Woman
ahead.
Sphere is
And
trying to say
Go
something.
ahead. Go
Yeah, I think
ahead. Go
Okay,
Black
ahead.
Woman Sphere is
Go
trying
okay,
to say
ahead.
something.
okay. So, I
yeah.
mean, damn, I
Uh,
hate to say it, but it
so it's
still
kind of like
resonates back to it still goes back to the fact that our leaders, which were our men, weren't strong enough to oppose the opposition. They weren't. They just didn't challenge it. They just went along with what the white man told them to do, and they still going along with what the white man tell
no,
them
they
to do.
didn't.
It's really just that simple. I
Hold
know
on,
I know
bro.
it's a
Hold on,
whole
bro. Let her take.
I know it's a whole system and y'all want to focus on that system and y'all want to make it be about that system, but you have a choice to fight against whatever you want to fight against. Now, will you die for it? Probably, but you still have that choice. And it just seems as though to me, since the beginning of any of this political shit and regaining our rights and not being treated as the bottom feeders, black men just never chose to fight against to me, because if they did, they would be the superior race. The only reason why white men are the superior race because they had enough hatred and vitriol to feed our fucking babies to alligators. That's just how fucking savage they were to be the superior fucking race. They didn't give a fuck about how you felt. They didn't give a fuck about where you stood, who your wife was, none of that. They will rape your wife, your daughter in front of you. Nigga, bow down. Okay, so the fact that they had that attitude is why they are the superior race. And yes, it makes them wicked as fuck. But since black men wasn't willing to go that far, they said, hey, I ain't doing all of that. It's why they get killed like roaches in the street today. Because white men view them as weak. They laugh at it. They like, look, I know I can kill you and get away with it. Who gonna do something about it? Who gonna check me? They know that. They know they can't beat you in a fair shake. They know that too. But they like, look, if I wear this suit, I'm still gonna be able to kill you, and it ain't nothing nobody gonna do about it. They know that because they did all the savage shit they need to do to place themselves in the upper hand in society. And they done built years and years and years of being there. So the only way to break it down is if niggas collectively come together and say, I don't give a fuck, we all about to die then. And then it's gonna be another war. And if we all go in, guess who's gonna come out on the other side? But see, niggas ain't ready to do that. They still want to go along with the system. So since you still want to go along with the system, nigga, don't cry to me about it. And don't expect me to be subjugated right along with you. And don't expect me to march with you when you too afraid. You don't want to die, right? Okay, so since you don't
Right.
want to die, guess what, nigga? I
Here.
don't want to die either.
All right. Here's the thing. Like, I've been trying to say for quite some time, but I don't know if you know about the hundreds of slave revolts that there was all across America. I don't know if you know about the literal wars we had with these niggas fighting back, all of the Gullah Wars, the Maroon Wars, the Haiti Wars, all these different wars. They don't tell us about them, but yeah, they're there. There were hundreds of rebellions through the centuries of slavery. Hundreds. You know who Nat Turner is? There were many hymns. And you know what they did?
Mm-hmm.
They killed you. They ate you. They boiled you alive. They didn't. You know what I'm saying? You know what an incest farm is? You know what an incest farm is? You know what that involved. You know what type of psychological damage it must be to fuck your own mama repeatedly and have her give birth to your fucked up children, right?
Yep.
Do
Which gave
you
birth to us.
do you
Which gave
understand
birth
what it's
to
like to
us.
fuck your sister? I don't know if anybody got siblings in here, but imagine your siblings fucking you. Imagine the psychological damage that would cause, right? Imagine the psychological damage knowing you're a product of fucking incest. Imagine. You understand what I'm saying? So
Yes.
just that alone is enough to cripple any regular person's psyche, man or female.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't have a psyche, if your psyche is gone, you are gone.
Shell of yourself, and
You
that's where we
understand what I'm
are
saying?
collectively.
They killed the psyche. You understand what I'm saying? By the time we got to the 1950s and shit, we were already on our last legs. We was already on our last legs from getting tied up to shit, to getting hung from shit, to getting beat to shit, to getting raped. Imagine another man raping another man. You understand? Imagine how fucking traumatizing that must be. Because if it's traumatizing to y'all being women, imagine being the same fucking sex. What does that do to you? Because you're supposed to be the man, right? What does that do to you? If you don't got your mind, you don't got shit. So they fuck you in the head, you are fucked. So it ain't that nobody had it worse than the other. We need to stop that shit. Ain't nobody have it worse than the other. Both motherfuckers. If you want to say one person was selling, then both were selling out.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like we both fought, men and women sold out. It wasn't just men. It wasn't just men. We are a matriarchal people. We are a matriarchal people who were taking away from that shit. We're taught patriarchal. We're taught that you are supposed to be the leader, and then fucking raped and made you you like, well, shit. How the fuck am I the leader and I got raped? You understand what I'm saying?
Okay. So you saying we are matriarchal people, black people?
Yes.
Yes,
Lord,
came from a patriarchal system in Africa.
You-
See, you can't get up here and
You know
spit
what
that
Egypt
rhetoric and not know it from
Lady,
all
I can say
angles.
whatever the hell I want to say. You gonna
Like
quit
I
telling me what I
said,
can't say.
you
You can
cannot get
disagree,
up
but I can say
here.
whatever I
You
want to say.
cannot get up here and say
No, I can say
all the
what I want
things
to
that
say.
you
I just
say
said
and
it.
not
What you mean
know
I can't?
stuff from all different angles. You
I'm
cannot
saying
do
what I
that.
want to say. What do you mean I'm
You
not you?
cannot
I'm
do
not going
that.
to
You
say what you
cannot
say.
do it. I
But
didn't
I'm
ask
saying
you
it though.
to.
Who gonna
But
check
what
me? I'm
happened?
saying it.
Like I said, if you up here on this panel and we're supposed to be debating and discussing,
Right, but you want me
you
to say what
cannot.
you want me
But
to
you
say
know,
to
I
coddle
don't
black
want you to.
men. I'm
I
not
don't
doing
want
it.
you.
Because I
I'm
know
not
if I
talking
was
about
up here
calling
talking
no
about black
black
women, you
man.
probably wouldn't
I'm
even
not
care.
calling. I'm not talking about
Okay, so
calling
let me
no
say what
black
I want to
man.
say.
I didn't say you couldn't. What I
You
said
just said
is
you
you
can. You
cannot
just
get
said
up
that.
here. You didn't,
Girl, I
like I
can't.
said, you must did not hear my whole fucking sentence. Because, like I said, you cannot get up here and say what you're saying and not see things from the whole spectrum. You cannot point
Lady,
fingers.
lady,
How
do you
are
know
we
how many
supposed
times
to get past? How are we supposed to get past our condition if we still pointing fingers instead of coming up with the
because how the
solutions?
hell you ever allow yourself as a man to be dominated by another man? I don't want to hear all that bullshit he talking
First of
about. Only
all,
you want to hear that.
first of hell, first, only I want to hear it.
You clearly sucking
So
it
you
up.
must be talking about just not just me. I'm looking at the comments. It's people in the comments. It's other people on
Girl,
the
I could be the
panel.
only one over here with this opinion. It still won't make me fold. I'm me. Okay?
Ain't nobody
I don't
asking
go
you
off
to
comment.
No,
fold. I
no,
don't
no,
I'm
care if
you're
still
not.
you
confused.
No, you're
fold,
not.
you
No, you're
turn into
not, Black Woman
You
Theory.
origami.
ain't gonna
I
I
know
don't
tell
you
me
care if
you
you
it's
are
do
human
none
confused.
of that.
Wait,
None
psychology.
of that
It's
matters
human
to me.
psychology.
Because
You let
what does that
another
got to
man
do with
make
the
you
price of
fold, and now it's
pussy?
his fault.
What does that got to do with the price of
uh,
pussy?
You
I
ain't
don't
changing
care
my
what
mind,
you
so
got.
what
I
make a
don't
white
care.
man be able to
I don't
change a black
care.
man's mind?
You ain't you
but
been listening though.
Can you
You ain't
change
listened
mine?
to shit.
Can I
You
change
ain't
yours?
what does
listened
that make
to
you talk?
shit.
Nope.
You ain't listened to
I
nothing
know
that we
me
said.
or you
Then
can't
what are
change
you
each
here
other's mind.
for? If you ain't listening to the
No, no,
discussion,
no, no,
because
no.
you just said some
You
shit
the only
that
one
I
not listening.
absolutely agreed to. No, but then you
Wait
just
a
didn't hear
minute.
what I said. You just said some
Stop.
shit a few minutes ago that I agreed with because I am subjective. I'm not subjective in the things that I know and how I learn. Now you getting up here talking about, oh, I don't care if I'm the only person up here to believe this. I'm not gonna
Cause
vote.
you
It
just
is
brought
not
up the
about.
chat as if
It's
that was
not
gonna intimidate
about
me.
vote. The
You brought
chat.
up the chat like the chat feel
Ain't
like
nobody.
I don't
How
care.
is that intimidating? You just said.
You
You
brought it up,
just
lady.
said.
What you bring it up
You just
for?
said. Well, we can roll the tape back when all of this is said and done. Like I said,
I never said
you
that.
cannot get up. Oh my fuck. All right, girl. All right, girl. Whatever you say.
Lady,
Wait,
you got
hold on, hold
problems.
on, hold on, hold on.
Ooh, lady. Ooh, girl,
No,
you
hold
got
on,
a
hold
lot
on.
of problems
Stop.
pointing
Can y'all
fingers
stop?
in this day and age and not talking about motherfucking solutions. And
Because
like
you
you
want to
just
be the
said,
white
you got
man, the
up here
white
on the
man, the
ass
white
end.
man.
You,
The white
it
man,
is
it's
the
the white
motherfucking
man's
white
fault. It's the white
man.
man's fault.
It
Girl,
is the
bye.
everything wrong with
Girl,
us
bye. It's that
and
nigga
this
fault that
planet
let another man
traced back
dominate his
to
ass.
the motherfucking
It's
cracker.
that nigga
No
fault
point
that let a white
blank
man dominate
period.
his ass,
Everything wrong
girl.
with us
Get a
as a
brain. Get a
person. You
brain.
you get a
It don't
fucking
take it don't take
brain.
much to realize
You get a
that.
brain. No,
You
you ain't
don't
got no
have
brain
one
getting
because
up here pointing
you
fingers.
really think
You
that it
better,
takes
bitch. You
psychological damage
better.
to break
You
a
got
man.
to be
He
better
gotta be
to
weak
get up
enough
here
to be
like this.
broken,
You
dumbass.
got to be better.
He
You
got
a
to be weak
dumbass.
enough to be
You
broken,
a
dumbass.
no, you
Cause
a
ain't no
dumb
strong
ass
man
bitch.
about to let
Because
nobody break him. White,
so
black, or
400
indifferent.
motherfucking years of
Girl,
subjugation
you
won't
need
break
some sense.
nobody.
I'm sorry, but that
400
mammy
fucking
talk is
years won't
old. We
break
ain't going for that
nobody.
no more. Nigga,
400, and just like
get some
Obiana just said, there
get some
has been
heart, nigga.
slavery folks all
Stand
up
up
and
for
down and
yourself.
through this
Okay.
motherfucker and across the continent. So
She
you
sounds
acting
crazy.
like the motherfucker, we just seen the cracker and bowed the fuck down.
I'ma let
We've
her
been
go ahead
fighting for
and take
hundreds
up
of
for her
years.
black.
I'm taking up for my people, period.
Right.
Black or, I mean, I'm talking about woman or man. I'm taking up for both. Because I believe in us. Fuck the rest. And for a motherfucker to get up here pointing fingers instead of talking about motherfucking solutions, then I got a motherfucking problem with it. Point
Yeah.
blank, period. Point blank, period. If you're not going to look at the psychology of what the fuck is going on with us while you steady putting your Lee press on, then I mean, what the fuck is you doing up here then? You could have stayed down in the comments, even though Lucy called you up on the panel. Point blank and motherfucking period. So, like we were
Can I
saying,
go now? Can I go? Okay.
Yes.
So I don't have a problem with opposing views. I get them all the time, sweetheart. You know, whenever you get to talking about black men, here come the women. Oh my God, how dare you? But they don't have that same attitude when black men is up here dragging black women by their edges. But
that's a
I'ma just
lie.
go on.
Well,
I'ma
maybe you
just go
ain't
on.
never ran across
Girl, let
me
me finish. Can
because
you
I
be
don't
quiet for
care.
Let
just
her
No,
just
I
speak.
shut
can't
the
be
fuck up
quiet.
for
Hold
one
No,
on.
I
Wait,
second?
wait,
can't.
wait,
You
wait,
shut
wait,
the
wait,
fuck
wait.
Please,
up. You
Okay.
just
shut the
shut up.
fuck
No,
up,
no, no, no,
bitch.
no.
Because you ain't
Okay.
gonna shut me up
Wait.
here,
I know I
now,
ain't, because
never,
you better
or
leave
in the
my phone
motherfucking
Okay.
alone.
future.
Look,
She
That's
ladies,
how
Shut
the
let
up,
fuck
her
because
that's
ain't
talk
gonna
saying
now.
go.
nothing.
Now.
You shut the
Yeah.
fuck
Hold
Yeah.
on,
up.
You
y'all.
talking
Cause I
loud,
Hold
ain't
but
even
you
on,
never
ain't
y'all.
saying
tell you
nothing.
Hold
to
on,
shut the
y'all.
fuck up.
You
So,
talking
Hold
loud, but
on.
you
like
ain't
I
saying
said,
nothing.
you ain't
Hold
saying
on.
shit yet.
Cause you
You ain't
won't let
saying
me.
shit.
You won't let me.
You ain't saying shit
You ain't
yet.
comfortable enough to
And
sit
then
in your
you came.
position. You just feel the need to jump off the porch. Just sit there.
Hold
No,
on.
Cause
I
I'm
ain't got it. I
comfortable
ain't
in
got
what
to
I'm
sit no
saying.
Hold on, y'all.
motherfucking where. Because
Okay.
for one
I
thing,
know
I'm
you
boots
don't,
to
even though this
ground
You
ain't
with
your
my
understand
channel.
what I'm
motherfucking
saying?
people, no matter what. You ain't saying nothing. And then you done came in on the ass end of our
You
conversation.
sound like
You
such
ain't
a
heard
mammy.
shit.
You probably
You
mule for
bitch.
black men all the time.
Bitch, and
You
what is
probably
you?
one of
Because
that
I heard
last
you
gonna
a
get shot
motherfucking
down on the
squirreler.
front
Hey,
line
I
trying to
heard you a
mule for black
motherfucking
men.
Lucy, can I
squirreler.
just
So
go
what
ahead
the
and
fuck
start
Ain't
is
you?
you,
speaking?
bitch? Because I
Ain't
heard
you?
you let white dick all up your
Girl,
pussy.
and
So
you
what the
probably
fuck
let
is you,
black
bitch?
dick beat you
What the
down
fuck
and
is you
up and
up?
down the
I ain't let
street,
nobody
bitch.
beat me nothing. Because at the end of the
Sure you
day,
have.
everybody on this
I can
panel
hear it all
almost
in your
know
voice.
who
You
the fuck
very
I
angry.
am. And you are
You
the
very
motherfucker
angry,
that just
baby.
came in. I'm
You
not
sound very
angry.
mad.
I'm not
You
angry.
can't even hear
I'm
us
not
hold
angry.
these
This is
people
how I
without jumping
motherfucking
off the
talk.
porch, boo boo.
And this is how I always gonna talk.
Oh Lord,
So
girl,
what the
go to
fuck is
bed.
you talking about, bitch?
Girl to
Swirl on
bed.
them
Girl, I ain't
crackers
called
dick.
you not
That's
one
why you
bitch.
mad with the motherfucking nigga, cause you can't find no cracker with a dick as
Girl,
big as his.
bye. Girl,
Shut
I
the
know
fuck
you
up,
want that
bitch.
to be. I know
Go
you want
somewhere with
that to
your
be the
cracker loving
story.
ass.
I know you
Go with
want
your
that to be the
go with
story.
your okay,
But
you
can
ain't
you
no
just shut
swirling
up
in.
so I can say
Please
what I
tell me
need
you
to
ain't no
say?
swirling in, bitch. Please
Girl, you
tell me you
sound
don't like
so
that
mad.
parasitic dick.
You standing up
Please
for a
tell
race
me
of
you don't
men that
like that
wouldn't care if you
parasitic dick.
died today, girl.
No,
Go ahead, keep
then
on
what's
doing
the
it.
then
They
what's
don't
Max
want to
then?
die for
So
themselves.
Max, you don't
Right.
care if your women
Didn't you
die
just hear
today.
him?
Obiana,
Didn't you
you
just
don't care
hear
if your
him?
women die today.
Didn't you just
Hassan
hear
in the
him?
chat, you don't
Didn't you
care if your
just
women
hear
die
him?
today.
Didn't you just hear the
Emmanuel,
man you
you don't
caping
care
for
if your
right in your face
motherfucking
say what we
women
gotta
die today.
die?
This
We
bitch
gotta
talking out the
die.
side of her
You ain't just
motherfucking
hear that?
head.
You ain't
She
just
Hey,
talking
hear
out
hey,
the
hey,
that?
side
hey,
of
hold
her
on, hold on, hold
head.
You
on,
ain't
hold
just
on,
hear that,
hold on,
She
dummy?
talking out the side of
No,
her
of course
head.
you
hold on.
didn't hear
She
it.
talking out the
You
side of
didn't
her head.
hear
You
it.
ain't heard
Check this,
You
nothing.
check
didn't
this,
And
hear
like
it
check
I
because
this.
you a
said,
dummy.
you
Hey,
came in
All
on the
you
hold
motherfucking
hear,
on,
ass
hold on,
all
end
hold
you
of
on,
the
hear,
conversation.
hold
Bitch,
all
on,
you
bitch, you could
hear
call me
is
what the
what a
fuck you want to
magical
call
hold
me,
picture
but I
on,
know at the
picture
end of
of
the
what the black
hold
man
on,
is.
hold on.
She's a mammy.
Let me make something clear. Regardless of whatever I said, I'm not talking about
Okay,
me.
hold on,
You understand what I'm
Obiana.
saying? I'm
Hold on,
here. I'm here in defense of black
Obiana.
people.
Hold on, hold
I'm
on.
here. That's what the fuck I'm here for.
All right, all right. Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
no
All
the
right,
fuck
come on
she
now.
thinks
We
she
get the fuck
talking.
out
That
of here.
that
She,
lady,
Okay.
she
she
that's like
sound
the
very
motherfucking
angry.
racetrack.
She a mammy.
Hold on now.
Okay.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on now. We getting too deep into
That's
the
her. I never
disrespect.
called her a bitch. Not once. She
You
called me
know,
a bitch first and continues to.
yeah, you know.
That's what show you.
Come on,
That's how
please. Y'all try
mammy-fied
to.
she is. This is why I don't come on panels like this because women like her can't take the truth. She probably somewhere being slang around her edges by a black man, but she up here like,
A point
no,
fingers ass
you
bitch.
ain't gonna
That's
do
what you
it.
is.
Shut your dumb
So
ass
you can
up.
talk or you set your dumb ass up. The fuck you mean? Fuck you talking about? Ain't
Lady.
talking about nothing. Exactly. Ain't talking about shit. You talking about somebody smart, but you don't even understand the psychology of the
Dang,
system that we in. The fuck you.
dang,
All the
Yes.
way. Live.
dang,
Yes.
dang.
Yes.
Cue the music.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to Gangsta Talk. Um, we can't seem to be respectful right now, so we're gonna shut it down. Let everybody cool off. Maybe we can come back another day and be a little bit more cordial with each other. We want to thank everybody for coming up to the panel. Thank you, Black Woman Sphere, for gracing the panel. Bella B, Obiana, Lucy, everybody. Appreciate you coming by. Appreciate everybody in the chat, Strong Peoples, PPU, and we'll be back next week. Drop the music. Let's get out of here.